Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the first. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in, night out, doing everything they could to be the very best. And what they chose to do in their life, those boys are here tonight.
Well, I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog. I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a school. Well, let me tell a joke.
And boom goes the dynamite. 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 And boom goes the dynamite.
The brother's gonna work it out. The brother's gonna work it out.
I grab a dog.
The brother's gonna work it out.
I grab a dog.
The brother's gonna work it out. 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 The brother's gonna work it out.
Yeah, buddies. It's the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fezzy-Lo.
Hiya, buddies.
Working music today is going to be Black Earl.
My hawbone buddies.
Nice. Nice little shout out to the Shriners.
Of course.
To the Masons. Are you in the Masons? Do they have any black Masons?
My father was a Mason.
Is that right?
Yes.
You know who else was a Mason?
Who?
Mason Dixon.
Really?
The only one who would throw his name out there first.
Mason.
Yeah. Mason the Mason. And now he's playing oldies. All right, Ron and Fez show. Fezzy, last night, it felt like the perfect night. It felt like a wonderful night. A magical night for me. I got a chance to see Bobby Bowden cry and just feel bad about himself. David Letterman has Bill O'Reilly on the show and just tease off on him. All because I'm a blotchy-faced liar.
Nice, blotchy.
It was a very comfortable night all the way around. And just as I'm going to bed, I hear about the miracle in West Virginia that all the miners were saved, and it was some kind of a miracle down there, and everything was great. I went to sleep like a little bunny, like a happy little bunny. I wake up this morning, I felt like I'm kicked in the stomach because all those miners are gone.
Yeah, in West Virginia, they had the story completely backwards. Originally reported 12 alive, 1 dead, 1 alive, 12 found dead.
They were celebrating when I went to sleep last night. Now, I got an email from Perry that said the family started going off on the news people like 12:45 in the morning. I missed all that, of course, but just a heartbreak, because it's one of those stories that you kind of tie into. I don't know what it is, but occasionally there's that story that it finds you like pulling and being caught up in and feeling like you're part of it. And then when it turns out awful, it's like something happened to your family.
Yeah, those people in West Virginia, the families, immediately went into the church, started singing how great thou art, saying prayers, thank you for the miracle. Most of them, 12 of them, found alive, only to be told by the mine officials there was a miscommunication.
What kind of miscommunication could that be?
How in the world do you get that wrong? They said one of the wives went after the mining official.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure people went crazy.
I'm surprised it was only one.
But, regardless of the way you got the news, what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No matter what happened with the way that was related to him, it isn't that guy's fault, so to speak. It's a dangerous, to me, a horrible job. It's just, have you ever been down in mines before, or down in caves?
I've been like in the Luray Caverns.
Yeah, that's way wide.
I think that's about as deep as I've gone.
Yeah, it's deep, but that's also wide, where you went in some of them, like endless caverns, you go down and it's pretty tight, and you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I could do this for a second, let alone be down here. It's just a job I know I couldn't do, miner.
Yeah, and those guys in West Virginia, some of them doing it just because that's where the work is.
Yeah, sure.
Unless you do that, you're unemployed and you don't feed your family.
Right. I mean, it's the same as like if you grow up in a factory town, you have a tendency just to go to whatever the place is that hires big. There's not like a lot of people, who grow up in Florida, move to West Virginia to become miners. It's just something that you're kind of born into. It's a family thing. But absolutely, just a heartbreaking story all the way around. Hey, Matty, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Matty, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
I went to bed last night about 1:30. I was watching Fox News, and you had like Gerardo on there crying and screaming and hugging and saying like this was his best moment on TV. And then I woke up this morning, I was watching Fox News, and you had them talking about the New York Times and how the editors should get prosecuted, and they totally forget about all the bullshit that they were saying.
Oh, so you're saying that the fact that they missed the story last night, they just kind of dropped?
Yeah, they just kind of forgot that point, but they just would pull,
Yeah, I mean, really, in defense of, like, any news media, I think they were getting it from the mining officials.
Right, but they got to be true to themselves, man, because they fucked up just like everyone else did.
Yeah, well, we all really did believe last night that those guys were safe and you had some kind of a little miracle story.
Yeah, the story I saw online was, the original miracle story was the alive miners were being rescued as we speak. They were headed towards the surface.
Yeah.
And so that story just obviously got bigger as it went on.
Hey, Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
It's every paper that I've come across. I'm down here in Florida, has like miners saved, hallelujah, yada yada.
Oh, the people that went to press way too early?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, St. Pete Times and the Tampa Tribune are two right off the bat that I can think of that completely botched the story last night. So, I mean, not their fault, obviously. They were just misled. But I was going to touch on another thing. Fez, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with this, maybe Ron as well, all the cave diving that goes on in Florida here.
Oh, man. So this is like they go down in caves underwater. They're diving, and then occasionally they don't know which way is up and which way is down, right?
Well,
right.
I can speak from firsthand experience. I've done it myself, and completely freaked me out. I mean, I did it twice, and I'll never do it again. I mean,
I got to open a window right now. Just from the term cave diving, I got to stick my head out the window.
Dude, it's completely pitch black. It's cold. I mean, there's really nothing to see unless you're like a geologist, and you're all interested in stalactites and stalagmites. But other than
I'm
that,
not. I have no interest there.
Bring them up to the surface, and then I'll look at
Well,
them.
you can't break them off. That's the big thing about that. You're not supposed to break them off at all. But, a lot of those guys do it just for the rush of knowing that they're going up close to it. Could you work down there, Fez?
There is no way. I could not do it. I couldn't possibly do it. I mean, I don't know if I had to pick a job between being down below or way up high.
Well, let me say this, Fez. I think I could do my best work on the surface. If you're hiring now, keep me on the surface, and I think you're going to get a lot more out of me than if you put me way up high or way down low.
We're surface dwellers. That's what we are. I think, you know what? If I had to pick, if they made me do a job like work on a skyscraper up in the air, or like changing bridge lights or something, or going in the mine.
No, do you get a belt?
Oh, yeah, you get everything that you're supposed to get.
Yeah.
But you got to pick whether you go work in a mine shaft down 2 miles below the earth or whatever it is, or up in the air, on a girder.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd still go in the mine.
Really?
Yeah.
At least if you're up on a girder, you can smoke, and that would always be a big thing for me. Can I smoke? Yeah, I don't know. I think I have to go girder on that one. Earl, where would you be?
Put me in the tunnel.
I prefer, I got to see, wide open space. I would get too claustrophobic.
It's too much. I'm watching this thing. It was on the CBS Sunday morning show not too long ago. A gold mine in Canada, right? So the girl goes down. Apparently they found a new vein. It takes you 2 hours to get to where they dig. 2 hours, and you got to figure it the opposite way. I'm done work. Finally, I get out of this cramped claustrophobic space. It takes you 2 hours of total darkness and cold before you're back up on the street.
You're adding 2 hours to your commute that is just inside the earth.
I honestly think I would work with a Melendez before I went all the way down there. I think I'd be walking with a pole very slowly with a Melendez before I could go down that far.
I would, if I was going down into the tunnels, I would just tell myself, well, at least I can't fall. I'm already under the earth.
Yeah, but what can fall on you? That's the problem. See, that's the thing of knowing what those guys, I can't even say it, but knowing that you're cut off now, that's got to be a horrible, horrible feeling. I can't imagine anything worse.
I know it's a weird analogy, but was it Kill Bill 1?
Oh, don't start, man. Don't.
Oh, I think it was 2. Where she...
Do not bring it up. You know what I did when that happened, when that scene happened, when she was buried alive? Faked a piss. I said in my check, I got to take a piss. I walk out of there just to get out of that scene. I come back and, she's in China. I'm like, oh, yeah, how'd she get out? Oh, she didn't. This is a flashback. I'm like, fuck. I may have to piss again in another 15 minutes.
I had such heebie-jeebies at that scene.
I know.
I just, ducked my head. I'm like, tell me when it's over.
I remember laughing at people at Reservoir Dogs for walking out during the ear-cutting scene. Like, hey, come on, it's just a movie. But when they buried her alive, I don't even know if I can look at Mr. Blonde again after that fucking little trick he pulled. Oh, just hideous. Absolutely hideous. Here's Thunder. Thunder, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Cool in the gang.
I'm calling because these miners have just provided more money through their deaths to their families because of all the lawsuits that are come out of it than any amount of money they could possibly have made in 2 lifetimes mining in that mine. Those guys didn't make a ton of money anyway, but by dying, all the money that they've just provided is going to set their families for life, especially living in West Virginia.
But honestly say this, like if you were the wife of the kid, you would trade your husband or your dad for that?
How do we know how these people actually felt? I mean, seriously?
I know, but I'm saying to you and me and everybody else, if someone came and they said, it's going to cost you all the money you have, plus more, double that, to save your old man, we'd all do it.
You know what? These people went into the mine knowing that it could collapse. They went into the mine knowing that 6 times in the last year there had been roof collapses. There had been all kinds of shit. And quite honestly, I'm just sick of fucking hearing about it. Straight up and down, I am sick about it.
It's been 2 days.
It's just annoying. Yesterday and today. Even on your show, which I actually listen to because I want to get away from the crap on regular TV and regular radio.
Yeah.
I'm listening to your show, and all I can hear about is, these poor miners.
Well, you know what you got to do is fucking put some headphones on and get away from it all. Put some headphones on, put on a porno, and sit and jerk off.
Screw
You know,
them.
I mean,
they knew what the risk was.
Right.
People who know what the risk is, I don't see the point in doing all of the mourning. And in a week from now, we're going to have to see all their stupid.
So, like, if a plane fucking crashes, you're like, fuck those people. They know they got into a plane.
If a plane crashes, they were paying money to travel.
Right.
They knew that.
So
there
you
was a
never,
risk that they
you
would
never
die,
want to
and
hear anything.
I would say, you know what? That's sad, but now let's move on.
Right. Well, why don't you fucking move on? Seriously, just fucking move on.
To what?
To whatever whatever you want to fucking do. But I mean, to fucking say to the fact that fuck these guys, you know, this is better off for them. It's just fucking ridiculous. There is some sort of humanity left on the planet. Some sort of humanity. I know that it's fun to watch cartoons and you never want to hear anything fucking bad. It's like we brought up yesterday with Dick Clark, with people going, oh, I don't want to see that shit. That is also part of life. You know what I mean? We are connected to each other, whether you like it or not. You're not in some fucking cotton palace where nothing ever happens, there's no danger, and nothing ever goes wrong. Here's Richard. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
How you doing, buddy?
Last guy just inflamed me. I would never call up the show. I enjoy listening to you guys daily. And crazy. They're going to make more money because of the lawsuits. Do you think their family even gives a fuck about any of that?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine that anybody's counting cash today. And, you know, I heard the same thing after 9/11, like, oh, I'm so sick of hearing about those families and blah, 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 or it's time to move on. Things happen in this world. Sometimes you have to take a look at them. And we do share this planet together.
Some people don't get the luxury of moving on.
Absolutely. I miss Soundboard Fez.
I miss him, too. I think he would have been right there and given that guy a piece of his mind. Earl, you all right, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I always relate back to 9/11. I was down there 2 weeks ago. It still stings. It still hurts. It still, you know, and I didn't know any of these people that died.
Move on, Earl.
The guy was an idiot.
I listen to you, so I don't have to hear about bad things.
No, it's just, you know, that's just part of life. Like, that guy, welcome to life.
Well, yeah. It's that same stupid argument of the troops knew what they got into when they signed up for the service. You know, there has to be some responsibility somewhere.
Yeah, but even still,
you don't just sign your death warrant.
Yeah, but even still, I feel bad when you read the story about Marines dying. They were our guys.
Absolutely. You are connected. We are a fucking society, whether you like it or not. Go put on Bugs Bunny every day, because really, it's just goddamn ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Here's Jason. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, good to talk to you guys today.
Yeah.
That guy. I'm so damn pissed off at him. I can barely talk. That guy that doesn't understand that these people don't have any other jobs in West Virginia to do, just to put food on their table and feed their kids and their families. They take these jobs knowing the inherent danger,
right?
Just to keep their life going.
Yeah, it's not like Donald Trump's son ever wakes up and goes, you know what, Dad, I want to be a miner. Exactly. You know what I mean? You do it to take care of your family. You do it and because it's work that has to be done and you can get paid more than if you work in a Walmart or something.
And even if they make it to retirement, my gosh, the lung diseases those guys get, the lifespan's got to be so short to begin with.
Yeah, I'm a truck driver myself, and I run around the inherent danger every day that somebody's going to cross the line and hit me head on and kill me.
Right.
But this is what I have to do to put food on the table and keep the wheels rolling.
And if you die, your family isn't suddenly going over everything and going, you know what, this was the best thing that could have happened.
Right, exactly.
He's dead, and we're going to bring in some jack. We'll be able to get a new couch.
Yeah, a new love seat, something leather, real nice.
I don't think that thought went through any of those West Virginia families' minds when they were just screaming and wailing in that church last night.
Here's Billy. Billy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I just had a comment about that fucking idiot that called in about 2 calls before. You know, he ought to just do a favor for his family and just take a bunch of insurance out on himself and go blow his fucking brains out.
I guarantee you this guy's never put anybody before himself in his life.
Yeah, probably not.
Guarantee you.
That's what it sounds like. Self-centered, selfish son of a bitch like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he ought to do. Just go blow his... I hope he's still listening. Go blow your own brains out, you fucking idiot.
Way to go, Billy.
Well, maybe he's uniting people in a way that he really didn't think that he had planned. He really didn't pull out for him. Here's Ron. Ron, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Yeah.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm a volunteer dive recovery specialist, and I know what it's kind of like to be down in areas like that when they, the police call to get a car recovered from the bottom of the river, might have a body in it. You got to go down there and crawl around on the bottom of the river, laying in the mud and in the grass, pitch black, can't see anything, doing confined spaces. So I kind of know what those guys were going through their minds.
I can't imagine, man.
Someone's got to do it, and like I said, there's a group about 10 of us that, it's all volunteer, but someone's got to go down and recover them.
What exactly do you do, Ron?
I'm a professional truck driver and I'm owner-operator, but people drowned in the rivers, creeks, lakes, whatever. They call our ambulance corps, and we go out and recover the bodies from the bottom of the rivers.
And you just have to feel around until you find the body?
Don't they kind of drag or something like that first?
No. Now you have zero visibility. You might go in a nice clean lake. It looks beautiful, but you get down on the bottom, start kicking up all the mud and the dirt, then you lose your visibility. You're down there by yourself. We have communications geared to where we're talking to the surface, and we're on tethered ropes, so we always have contact with the surface and all that. And there's a backup diver in case something goes wrong. But that's mainly what we do. Just go down and do our thing.
You know what I would love to do is have Fez go out with you one day and just try it. Fez?
Bad ears. My eardrums would pop down there.
So, once. That's all, once.
Excruciating.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, Ron. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Do you know, if we're talking about what jobs couldn't you do, 99% of the jobs out there I couldn't do. And I know some of that from past experience. Because you're not going to believe this, Fez. But my attitude that I have normally at work doesn't work most places. Most places, only in radio is it considered an asset to be an asshole. Most jobs, it's against. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, we learned that yesterday when you were saying you just put down animals that came into the vet's office.
What am I going to do? I'm not perfect. I'm not the best vet out there. By the way, I got certain people that wrote, because the vets kind of took a beating yesterday. But some chick in California said she'll go out with any vet. They turn her on. And Jenny Q, who is let's face it, a human hater, much more on the vet side. Most of the time when you find people who like vets more than doctors, it's because they like animals more than humans.
Oh, yeah, they're top of the food chain.
No, I don't want to talk to Thunder again. He had his little opportunity. He froze up. I'm not going to turn this into the Thunder show. Let him fucking go watch a cartoon. But this also came up, and on one of the emails, saying, do you put a vet above a chiropractor? Now, I will admit this, and I know nothing about chiropractors, but it does annoy me that they call themselves doctor.
Oh, yeah, they don't have near the schooling of a vet or an MD, right?
What do? You crack people's backs. It's basically a massage therapist.
Yeah.
I don't know if to me, a doctor, no one's ever going to yell out at, Madison Square Garden, oh, my God, is there a chiropractor in the house? There's never an emergency chiropractor, please put your drink down and come running into the other room. That's what I mean when I say doctor. And I don't even like when a doctor makes you call him doctor. Like if you see somebody, you're like, oh, Mr. Anderson. He goes, Dr. Anderson. I'm like, well, not here. If we're at the hospital, yes, then you're fucking Dr. Anderson. But here, let's not make a big deal about it.
I got a cousin who insists on being called doctor.
Yeah.
He's a chemist. He makes toothpaste for Procter & Gamble. Insists on being called doctor.
See, that's a different kind of doctor. He's like
mad scientist.
Yeah, he's
doctor.
like a scientist. again, I'm sure if I showed up at the toothpaste company, yeah, throw it around. I'm forced to call on your doctor.
Right.
I was going to bring that up, but I can't look straight at Master Poe.
Well, and the other part is chiropractors, there's no real solution for chronic back pain yet. Like, you go to a doctor for an ear infection. He gives you medicine, the ear infection goes away.
Right.
The chiropractor, you have to keep going back to and back to.
And he just pops you again. If I could pop my own back, I wouldn't need a chiropractor.
Are you saying that they never cure anybody? Chiropractors never cure?
Yeah, they never really cure people.
So when I've never been to a chiropractor.
Me neither.
You sign up for life, you're saying?
Yeah, it's like a bad slot machine. It never pays off.
I've heard that once the chiropractor starts popping, then you just got to keep going back.
Yeah. I had no idea about that. Here's Troy. Troy, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Troy, go ahead.
Well, my wife's uncle is a chiropractor here in Oregon, and thank God he ain't got XM yet because he probably kicked my ass. But he's always, getting on me about, taking medicine and taking, all these drugs and stuff that I get prescribed for my knee pain. And I had knee surgery a couple of years ago, but he's always trying to push on me this glucosamine and bullshit, this homeopathic bullshit. I don't buy it.
But, I mean, you also can't do dope for the rest of your life either without running into problems.
That's true, but still, I mean, he considers himself to be this all-high and mighty doctor, and he's not. He cracks my back, and he makes me feel good when a rib goes out.
Yeah, they give shoulder rubs.
But you can't say it to him, right?
I probably could if I was drunk enough, but other than that, that's pretty much about it.
Take your pain medicine and give him an earful.
I would hate to be the pussy in the family. I don't even know how to deal with. Boy, I'd love to tell him what was happening, because I would tell him right at Thanksgiving in front of everybody. Hey, Jimmy, you're on Ron and Fez. Lost you, bro. Here is DJ. DJ, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Good.
I just wanted to call. That caller earlier about the miners really just pissed me off. My dad spent 25 years. I'm from West Virginia. He spent 25 years underground working in the coal mines. I remember when I was very young, he took me in the mines and showed me what it was like and scared the fucking piss out of me. And he did that for a reason. So I'd go to college, get an education, and I still live in West Virginia. I use my degree in West Virginia. But a lot of people have to do this. They make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year, and that's a lot of money. People talk about, well, that's a lot of money in West Virginia. That's a good job for 90% of Americans. And, they do know the risks. My dad knew the risks every day. But to say their lives are just expendable, that just pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, let's face it, we all risk our life to some extent. And if you're in certain jobs, you risk them, you risk your life every day you leave the house. But certain jobs, whether you're a cop, a miner, believe it or not, Fez, I found this out from Billy Staples. I didn't know a garbage man is at risk. A lot of different factory jobs, you're at risk. So you get a little more money to do that. But you don't do it out of basic greed. You do it because that's what the job entails, and you're there to take care of it.
And that's just the flip side of a free society, too. There's just jobs that aren't glamorous. Most jobs, 90% of every job isn't glamorous.
Like producing a radio show.
Well, I didn't say
jobs
that.
People just don't want, but they do.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to haul garbage? But it has to be done.
No, absolutely. Look, the garbage guys go on strike for 2 days. And fucking New York City is in major, major problems.
It would be packed up higher than the buildings.
Yeah.
No, I remember when I was a kid, the last big garbage strike. It was in the middle of the summer when they had the garbage strike.
And I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something right now, and it always annoys me, is that the guys at the top, they have a tendency to go, well, that's part of the risk, and not give a shit. I mean, we were talking about this with the transit workers the other day. These guys, they're down in the tunnels every day. They're doing, it's dangerous down there. And yet, I see this Pataki just say, oh, yeah, well, we've got an extra $2 billion for the state. Nobody goes out of their way to throw it back to those guys.
Yeah, I mean, especially the transit workers, do yourself a favor. Late at night, stand on a subway platform and look at the tracks and see what is on the tracks. And there are guys who work those tracks every single night, 8, 9, 10, sometimes 12 hours a day.
They're working them. Trains are coming back and forth.
I mean,
hoping that the lantern's working so that the right whistle goes off.
Checking switches, and all the time there's rats the size of your arm There's our garbage that we throw on the tracks.
The weird thing is, Earl, you've got arms the size of a rat. I don't know how you've worked that out, but it's just the opposite.
Do something about those nails.
Well, sorry.
That's okay. Here is KC. KC, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I just want to call in and say, talk about chiropractors. I stand by those guys. I mean, I've had a couple, and there are some that just go in there and they crack your bones and they charge you their fee. But they're, I mean, if you get a good one, it's just like any other type of treatment. You go, it's like physical therapy. It's not you go in one time. And
Right. It's got to take place over time.
It does. And I separated my back when I was a teenager. Went to the doctor, and the doctors wanted to do back surgery on a 13-year-old kid. And my mom was like, no. So she took me to her chiropractor, whom she'd be going to, and he reset my back.
And you're fine now?
I'm fine. I mean, I still have osteoarthritis, but that's just a biological condition that, it's eventually going to catch up with me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a chiropractor kept me from, being laid up in back surgery as a teenager.
All right, so there you go, Fez. While you're putting them down, making things happen out there. I've done the massage therapy stuff. I thought it was great, but I'm not into having my neck popped. I don't know. I just don't want my neck popped. I can do it myself. Here is Patrick. Patrick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that whole thing with those guys, I don't even know if that was a union friggin' minor job. I didn't know they didn't have union jobs anymore. I mean, this place, they had 42 violations last month, just 3 weeks ago. They had 42 violations for explosive, not material, but I guess it was gases or whatever. The mine was just run horribly. And then these guys, a month later, what happens? It friggin' blows up and all those guys are dead. They don't give a they don't give a damn about these guys. I mean, Jesus, how many, it couldn't have been a union shop, but they were saying the guys were afraid to speak up and stuff. I mean, if it was a union job, at least they would have, if it's unsafe, then that's the one thing a union does. I mean, they bitch and moan and complain about how bad unions are, but, I mean, it keeps you safe,
Right. Well, everyone knows it's a risky job, but the risk should be as minimal as possible.
Yeah, I mean, these guys just got hosed. I mean, this is the worst thing. And stuff like this happens in China, where we hear about 100 guys die and stuff over there because they don't have anybody looking out for them. But it shouldn't happen here. I mean, yeah, they're not getting paid enough. Super.
All right, see you later, man. He was all fired up and he ran out on it. I don't know all the history of it. I'm going to tell you the truth. I was following the story, but I wasn't obsessed with it. Then when I saw it was okay, I'm breathing this sigh of relief, oh, now I'm interested. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to protect myself from the feeling I had this morning of just, it's devastating when you see something like this happen. And last night when I went to bed, I'm oh my God, this is great. I'm all cheering with everybody else.
That last miner story, I got sucked into that with the Pennsylvania miners.
Yeah.
That one ended nicely, thank God.
I know. I don't know what it is, any of those things. I just... it's almost like the 1930s where you're sitting around your radio, but a lot of times these stories end like they did this time. Just really sad, just crushing thing. Dennis, you're on Ron and Fez.
Morning.
Hey, buddy.
Well, I just want to call in. First, I want to thank you guys for not making light of this situation. A lot of the talk shows they'll try to make fun of it. You're doing a good thing here.
Well, Fez is a shock jock, but I lean back. What Fez tries to do is get in your face.
Right.
Make you think, Dennis.
I'm getting that. Let's see. Well, I'm from West Virginia. I live about 50 miles from where this explosion happened. I'm a truck driver. I'm out in Seattle right now. But my father just retired from coal mines last month, and he was calling me all night long. It still shakes him up thinking about it.
Yeah.
And he's told me some stories, working in the mines, they've had rocks fall 2 feet away from his house that are the size of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
And as far as, those guys are not making a lot of money. My father was in the mines for 35 years, and when he retired, he was making about $60,000 a year.
And every day you're risking your life, right?
Every day.
Yeah.
Life insurance, he couldn't buy commercial life insurance.
Nobody would cover him. It just wasn't worth the risk. That's weird.
Right.
It's not worth the risk for their money, but it's worth the risk for his life,
That's it.
All right, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
Take care. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Fezzy, you got to lean back some of the time with some of the shock jockness that you get into.
Yeah, I got to take it easy. Some of the people can't take it.
You shock me. I never know what's going to come out. I never know what shocking thing that you're going to say next.
I'll turn the tables on people is what I'll do.
I know. The other day when you were screaming that the Pope had a funny hat, I was taken aback. I was taken aback by that, Fez.
Stay tuned later on for my rant. Osama, he ain't so bad.
Well, you know, a lot of times you start talking about your bathroom habits, and I just have to walk away. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I'll put it in a Godiva box. See who bites.
See, I don't go for that shock. It shocks me too much. It's just too damn shocking.
You know, I was jerking off the other day.
Stop it, Fez. I don't need that. You're too close to the edge. Pull back a little bit.
It's my style, Ronnie. I gotta be on the edge.
Hand
me that envelope. I want to push it.
No. Don't push the envelope. Just put the envelope down in the middle of the road. Come over here in the middle of the road where I am.
That envelope needs a pushing.
Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, buddy.
I wanted to call out Earl because he said this morning that his father was a Mason.
Yeah.
And there's no way his father could have been a Mason because his father, of course, being black, they're not called Masons. There was something called the Prince Hall Mason.
Is that it, Earl? Is that what you...
I remember my father, I think he still has his Mason ring.
Because you can't be a Catholic and be a Mason either, I don't think. Then you got to be a Knights of Columbus.
I think they said like John Kennedy was the only president who wasn't a Mason.
And what did they do to him? Fucking put one in the back of his head.
Yeah, his father would have been maybe a Prince Hall Mason, which was, you know, it was...
Your dad was a temptation, Earl.
Which they were great. My girl. Thank you. Maybe your dad was a pimp. Because pimping ain't easy, Earl. I've learned that before. Hey, speaking of which, did you get that audio somebody sent me? I guess it was on ronfez.net of the New Age Outlaws ripping Triple H.
I love that. Badass Billy Gunn just calling Triple H every name under the book.
Under the book?
In the book, under the sun.
Wow, you are on the edge.
I'm switching up my metaphors. Yeah, just really going off on him. I don't know what exactly Triple H did to him. Sounds like he ran and told Vince they were doing drugs in the locker room.
I don't know either. A lot of those guys have a tendency to become big crybabies after they don't make it. You know what I mean? It's everybody's fault but their own.
But according to Billy Gunn, if he passes Triple H in the airport, he's punching him right in his big fat nose.
Well, you don't take planes anymore, Billy. You're fucking taking Greyhounds from one gig to the next. Hey, Ricky, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Feztonio.
Hey, Ricky.
I miss Festonia.
I don't.
Yeah, dude, back in high school, I had a bad knee injury. And it was actually during weightlifting comps, and I was going to a chiropractor, and they were saying it was because my back was misaligned, and they were putting these fucking sensors on my knee and just shocking the shit out of it. And I went to them for like 2 months. The only thing I got out of it, I could pop my own neck now.
That's it?
About it. That's it. They didn't do a goddamn thing. It's fucking 5-6 years later, I still have the knee pain. And they're like, oh, you're double jointed. I'm like, well, thanks, assholes. You guys didn't do a goddamn thing.
You know, there is nothing worse than constant pain. When people go like, you ever been to the hospital, like your friend's been in a car accident, and like he's like in that semi-coma, and you're out with the family, and somebody will always say, you know, this is the real pain, is the mental thing that you go from that. No, nothing is fucking worse than physical pain. Physical pain is at the top of any kind of pain. Mourning, depression, whatever nothing is worse than constant physical pain.
Oh, and
nothing comes close.
And just the moaning that'll go with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. There's no comfortable position.
Yeah.
No sound you can make to relieve it.
Particularly like with a back pain. You can't stand up. You can't sit down. You can't lay down. You can't do a damn thing. Here is Bill. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm a Mason. You can be black and you can be a Mason. And there's also a thing called Prince Hall Masons, and they were formed in the 18th century in Boston. But and that's a group unto itself. But you can, yes, be black. You can be Catholic. You can be Jewish. It's open to all men of free.
Right now, I'm 33 degree, and I can't even believe I made it that high.
That is up there.
And I'm dying to tell you some things, Fezzy, but I can't.
Oh, let me in on a few.
I can't tell you these secrets. I'm sworn not to tell.
I won't go on the air with it. I won't shock jock it up.
I can't trust you.
Write it down.
I belong to a brotherhood that goes all the way back to the times of the Egyptians.
Tell Earl's dad, and then I'll get Earl to tell me.
Earl's dad knows he gets a phone call late at night. He's got to be able to do whatever it says. He's got to help me get rid of a body at this point right now.
That's the fraternity.
Yeah, whatever you're going to do.
You got to put it in the trunk of a tiny parade car.
Yeah. Hey, Tippy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I just want to say it's pretty sad what happened in West Virginia, but you guys are right. There's risk with any job, and the best example is Fezzy. I mean, I hold my breath every morning when I listen to you guys because I think he can just plop face first into the town console.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's put his life on the line. He had a heart attack for the sake of radio.
Well, I would say this.
Example.
Only 2 people came back from a heart attack after 2 weeks, and that's Fez and Ditka. And right now I consider Fez the Ditka of radio.
I really got to grow in the thick mustache.
You should.
Just Dicka it up.
And wear that big stupid Bears shirt that looks like an infant should wear it. That sweater.
A nice Bears vest.
I never understood that look that he had going. It looked like a 3rd grader on his first day of school. Or a 1st grader on his 3rd day of school.
Looked like a middle-aged Charlie Brown.
Yeah, he did.
With that Eddie
It was a Charlie Brown look that he had.
And his Eddie Munster hairdo all slicked back. Ready for picture day.
The Bears. How the Bears going to do in the playoffs, Fez?
They'll go out in the first round.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Their
so.
first game?
Yep. Yeah, their first round, which would be the second round of the playoffs.
Right. Now, I know you've got the big bet going on right now. Skins against the Bucks. Earl, what are the rules of this bet? It's Fez Tonio right now, our own Fez Tonio, who, let's face it, you lost your hair, Fez, but again refused to shave it. So you've doubled or nothing, and Earl is going to give us the rules. Earl, as the son of a Freemason, you are the only person here that is allowed to give out the rules.
Bucks win. Fez does not shave his head.
Right.
Elfish shaves his head.
Right.
And pays his own way to New York City to get his head shaved.
Which means we'll never see him.
That's not necessarily a bad thing either. Skins win.
Yeah.
Fez shaves his head and has to pay for Elfish to come to New York City to watch.
And then is Elfish staying at your house?
I'll throw in Elfish can stay at my house.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And no point spread. It's a gentleman's bet.
And then I will move.
Yeah, first of all, if Elfish is in this room, I'm taking off that day. And I've already talked to Wiki about it. A matter of fact, Wiki insisted that I take off.
Another one of those emails?
Yes. He goes, I can't have you in there with Elfish. It's disgusting. All right, so all this comes down Sunday. And Fez, to see how your jinx goes, because you've been on a constant jinx.
Oh, yeah. It is nonstop.
Tonight you've taken Texas against USC.
Yep, I like the Longhorns tonight.
I did until you took them. And I completely flip-flopped. And it's just, I feel like putting a bar towel over your head and make you stand in the bathroom because your luck is awful.
I don't want that face looking at that team.
Do me a favor. Do not watch that game tonight.
I gotta watch it. It's the national championship.
I know, but I want the game to be on its own merits. I don't want those kids from Texas jinxed because you happen to be sitting there with a hot dog in front of your TV. I'm sorry, with a boneless, skinless chicken.
It's all I can have.
We went out for lunch yesterday, and you had a dry salad.
Yeah, half of a dry side salad. Blech. I do what I gotta do.
Oh. Me and some redheaded kid were down at burgers one after another. Earl,
I noticed.
Earl, you went for chicken fingers in a way of breaking a stereotype. Thank you.
And some lime green Jell-O.
Here's Tony. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, Fezzy, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Tony. What can we do for you today?
Hey, I just wanted to call and say I've got some family members that were coal miners all their life. Still got a brother-in-law that is a coal miner down around the Beckley, West Virginia, Raleigh County area. And one of the interesting things he brought up this morning as he called me from Beckley was the fact that all the years they'd coal mined, when they made it obvious that when they shut these mines down for a day or two over the holidays, that the ventilation equipment, unless we were mistaken, they specifically said the ventilation equipment inclusive was shut down in this mine. And from 20 to 30 years of experience, the guys said that of any mines, 6 or 7 different mines they've worked in, they had never in a 20 or 30-year period ever remember that the ventilation would be shut down for any reason in a mine. And sounds like to me that's going to be an issue. I don't know whether they were trying to save money or what the deal was, but
the original report I heard is that the explosion that caused the cave-in was due to a lightning strike. You would think if there's one place you're safe from lightning, it's 260 feet down in the earth.
Yeah, you would think. And I mean, I think it's preliminary. Who knows what's going to come out of this? But it's just a terrible thing. But again, I did listen last night on CNN, and I was able to, hear the president of the mine. He did verify, unless I'm crazy, that the fact that when they did shut the equipment down for the 24 to 36 hour period, that the ventilation was part of the system. And any time that unless you just can't afford to run it, for goodness sake, if you're in that bad a shape, what would it hurt to have the ventilation running in the mine, especially if it turns out that this was a methane problem, some type of buildup of gas. That's the purpose of having the exhaust, the ventilation 24 hours
I'm sure
a day.
a lot of this stuff is going to come out, and it'll just be a matter of how much people are paying attention to it. I understand that some government things have changed over the last couple of years that have kind of been on the sides of saving money and pulling back from safety, so maybe a lot of that stuff will be looked at as well.
Well, listen, I appreciate your all's time, and I'll tell you, they couldn't get me to do it in a million years to go underneath there, and like a caller said before, you just have to mark out ignorance with versus intelligence. Everyone says things they wish they could have back. Maybe that guy's not as big a turd as he appeared to be, but couldn't get me to do it in a million years. I know, like I said, from watching my brother and brother-in-law's work, that's all they got down there. It's and you go out here. I'll say this last, and I'll let you go. You constantly see these people at the holidays. They're holding these signs up. They're standing out in front of Walmarts, and they don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. At least these people get up. They get their asses out.
Oops, we lost you there, buddy. I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying. Those guys go out. They work hard every day, and they try to make things happen for their family. It's just a heartbreaking story. I'm sorry if it brings everybody down away from Fez shock jockiness, but it happened. It's in the world. What are you going to do about it? Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Boys.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hi, buddy.
I just wanted to let you know, Fezzy, I want to thank you because I'm putting my house on the line for the Redskins and the Bears going to the Super Bowl. And I wanted to say something about chiropractors. There's a small place in D.C. called Lily's, and I got to tell you, this is some of the finest chiropractors in the land.
All right, so I guess that's you're going to get a happy ending.
From your chiropractor.
That's the kind of massages I get into. And here's what I hate, the uncomfortable negotiation at the end. I'd like to get the negotiations out of the way at the beginning.
Well, then, everyone could just leave on a nice note.
Instead
there
of
doesn't
what?
have to be any uncomfortability there.
Another 135 to finish this? Oh, good. Thank you. Now get out. I don't even want to look at you. This whole thing disgusts me. Get out.
I work here.
Go. Animal. Jim, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Jim, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
You know that guy that called up
and he was talking about how the families are going to clean up on this.
Yeah.
He's wrong, okay? I've been doing this for 21 years. I've been working in mines. The law reads it has been changed. They will only get the earnings of what the husband would bring in. Like, say he was 62 years old.
Right.
The mine says, well, if he lives until 70, that's 8 years. That's $240,000. That's all the family will receive. The guy needs to listen a little closer, you know.
Right. Well, Thunder, he's a big know-it-all. He knows about everything, Fez.
So
He's the
people
Thunder.
want to call up and talk about, how the families are going to clean up. No, they're not. Families are not going to make that much money. That's $240,000 before taxes. Okay? Now, say one of those guys had a family with 4 kids and a wife. How the hell does she support them? People need to think.
I know. My friend.
One of the hardest jobs in the world is in mining. People think piece of cake, and it's not. Like I said, I've been doing it 21 years. I have degrees. I have everything. And believe it or not, they do try to make it as safe as possible for everybody.
I know
That's
that.
what Henshaw and Oshie's out there for.
All right, thank you very much, my friend.
You bet.
All right, take care. And then, of course, even under the best circumstances, that's what I'm saying, you want to turn in and blame and whose fault was it, and it all should get looked at. But no matter what you do, there is an element of danger. I mean, we were talking the same thing with police officers. And you want to do everything you can do and all the training you can do to make that job as safe as you possibly can. And yet you're going to lose police officers. Even if you do everything, everybody on the job does everything correctly, a situation is going to come up and you're going to lose an officer.
Things go wrong. No. It just happens, and that's the way the world's set up.
Here is...
world.
Here is our old buddy. We haven't talked to him forever. It's Cigar Sid.
Hey, buddies, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Cigar Sid, what's going on?
I feel that Elfish is getting swindled on this bet. It's supposed to be double or nothing, and really, the only thing that you guys are putting up is a train ticket.
Now, first of all, it's not you guys. This is between Elfish and the Shock Jock. What is it that you want for him, Sid? An extra sandwich for you?
I think throw in a tuna.
A cooked turkey.
Oh, he ate a frozen turkey one night.
Fez has got to keep his hair cut until the Bucks win next season. I think that's the only fair way to have Elfish put up his hair again. Fez should have already lost his hair.
I can't say that Fez's hair shouldn't already be off. It should.
And I offered that retard all those things, and all he wanted was a ticket.
Yeah, he wants to come to the Big Apple. That's what he's after now.
Well.
And, Sid, I know you say that the Redskins always shit the bed. It doesn't work out for them. What's going to happen this year?
This year it is going to work out for them. I don't see them losing another playoff game in Tampa.
That was the last time they went to the playoffs. When was that, Sid? 99?
Yeah, 99, and that fluke Dan Turk snap on the field goal to win the game.
So you're willing to put your hair up?
Absolutely.
This is amazing, Fez.
I only have one head of hair. I'd bet you two, Sid.
Shave your ass.
We don't have that kind of time.
Shave your head and your ass. Do we have Sid's song Fat Baby? Look that up. That's a song by the Paranoid that put together. Sid used to do the show with us. And, of course, you and Perry had a big fight the night you lost your license, right, Sid?
Yeah, he was my drinking buddy when I...
Right. So you sold him out, you blamed him, and then later he wrote a song called Fat Baby about you.
Right.
Yeah. And, of course, you do taking care of business. Fez, I'd love to see Sid again if you're going to bring this bet into it.
I have Sid scored Elfish.
Oh, that'd be great.
Sid, you want to do that?
That's not a problem.
All right. So Sid is in. Have we found that song, Earl?
That thing should be handy. It should be like in your utility belt or something.
This may be the greatest song the Paranoid ever did. You can always check CosmicCircus.com, too. All All right, hold on for a second, Sid. I want to come back to you.
And play the filthy version if you're getting it off of the CosmicCircus.com.
Yeah, I don't know whether we have ever played the filthy version on the air.
Never.
Yeah. Here is John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
John, go ahead, pal.
Hey, I'd like to see what Crazy Jim has to say about tonight's game.
You know what's odd about Crazy Jen is one of those dropped out periods again, where occasionally we'll hear from her 3 times a day, then she hits whatever wall she has and goes away and we don't hear from her. And then later, hey, Ron fans, you know what I want to do? Be your producer. And then she'll get all hyped up, acting like she wants to break into the radio business, or she wants to get on a reality show, or become a stand-up comic, whatever the recent fantasy is.
She doesn't realize that most of those jobs are every day.
Yeah.
That you really can't have a month-long drop out of society and keep those gigs.
I don't know what happens to her when she turns dark like that. I don't know whether she's on some bank robbing spree. It's some kind of a crazy gig. Have we found that song yet?
No, Harry's out in the office looking for it. This is the first time I've never heard the song.
It's probably next to the umbrellas.
It's the greatest song because Perry was mad at him. Is he checking on CosmicCircus.com?
He's checking the CD stack that we have and also on Cosmic Circus.
Yeah. Check that first. Or check with the real producer of the show, Mikey Boy, who seems to know how to find everything that never even matters to Harry.
Right there at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
He's a click away, that Mikey Boy, at all times.
All right, now we do have the piece of the New Age Outlaws going off on Triple H.
Yes, we do.
All right, now this is an internet TV show, or I don't know what you call these things, Fez. Blogs, a video blog. I don't know what the hell the name is of everything anymore.
I think that describes it best. So it's like a shoot interview, and it's the New Age Outlaws, Badass Billy Gunn, and the outlaw Jesse James.
Now, what are those two doing now? They used to be in DX with Triple H.
I think they're in the NWA TNA promotion. That's on Fox Sports.
Never saw it.
With Jeff Jarrett and Kevin Nash.
All right, so...
Yeah, they also have a show on. They were pretty much replaced the Raw slot on Spike TV too.
I didn't know that. All right, so they're making a comeback with this thing.
Yeah,
a slight comeback. Finally, another federation. Well, here they are shooting on Triple H.
But Hunter was always a dick. Can I say that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you bet I will.
Hey, and what's up with that freaky mustache?
He's a fucking idiot.
I second that. I almost broke his nose one time.
You know, it's kind of, for me personally, was to get along with them because Hunter, mostly, because whipping his ass would get me fired. That would have got me fired. You beat him up, you get fired. And I wasn't about to sacrifice, the career that I had and taking care of my kids.
There's always
and
something
my
holding you
family
back
at the time for whipping his ass. So, I kind of just, whatever. Just let it blow off. Just let it blow. But I promise you, I promise, if he were to come up to me and say something, I'd beat his fucking brains in.
Yeah.
Because he's a no good motherfucker.
What if he said hi mid card?
And I'll say this just to kind of level it out. He's got talent. He is. I don't take none of that away. He does have talent and he can work. But when you can do that, when you can bring other guys with you and bring other guys to that point to make the whole company better, why would you not do that?
Yes,
but when you have somebody,
why not do something for me, Billy Gunn?
If you had like us, for example, wanting to get up to that next level, but he was always fucking jerking that shit right out from under you. Sit there and talk to you. Hey, you guys are doing great. You guys are over like a motherfucker. Yeah. Turn right around. Hey, them guys are in the fucking bath and shooting shit. They're fucking smoking shit. They're doing. Where the fuck? Why? Why when you
he doesn't deny it. He just says, why tell?
Why do you fucking do that? Because he wants to sit on top alone. That's all right. Bad things happen to bad people. That motherfucker passed me on the way down. When he's not married to his boss's daughter, or he's fucking in trouble or something,
he
fucking bypassed me in the airport, I'm gonna fucking knock his
And what's up with that
out.
mustache?
Did Hunter change after the media when Sean left?
Yeah, he just took the helm.
Why do we have so many fucking Hunter questions?
Wrong.
Do we really have to have that many questions about?
No, we don't.
Because he's he's just a fucking.
Yeah, ask about Bart Gunn, what he's up to.
No, we never came closer to him at all because he's a fucking cocksucking piece of fucking shit, and I don't know how to say that. I mean, I do know how to say that, and that's exactly how I'm going to say it. But I mean, we're not close to him. We don't want to be close to him. Well, okay, here, I don't want to speak.
No, speak for
I
him.
don't want to be close to him. I don't give a fuck about him. He's a bad person. Bad things happen to bad people. He stabs people in the back. And I'm not talking just us. I'm talking about kids that are good that are coming up. I'm talking Randy Orton. He fucked Randy Orton so bad it was ridiculous. And that kid is probably one of the premier best guys that was coming up. And you're gonna lose the title because you have to go do some movie. That kid steps in and was carrying it great. And I mean, Randy Orton is very good. And I mean very, very good. Great charisma.
The acorn don't fall far from the tree.
Right. Great charisma, great personality, good entertainer, and he just fucking stabs people in the back. And he's just fucking garbage. He's just fucking garbage. And that's just the way it is.
Ditto.
Now, a little sour grapes there, Fezzy, but let's not act like the badass had never gotten any push in the WWE.
Right, yeah.
I saw them try to singles him up plenty of times. And was there ever a pop there?
Never. He held the tag team titles 1,000 times with different partners.
Right.
And then how many names did he go through in singles? Rockabilly.
Yeah.
Badass Billy Gunn. Mr. Gunn. Mr. Ass.
It's not like I can feel too sorry for him that he didn't get some kind of opportunity. Oh, I love the sour grapes gimmick, though.
They sounded like a little wasted, too.
Yeah, they did sound a little wasted. I don't know if they were or not. That's alleged, Earl.
Allegedly, they were.
Who are you, Hunter? Going to the boss with this?
He's a fucking dick. You know what else he is? Asshole.
And what's with that mustache?
All right, that's enough, man. I'm doing the talking. He's a dick.
Ditto.
All right, man. This is my time.
How about that mustache?
You said that. But he's a dick and an asshole. I don't know how to put it.
Acorn don't fall far from the tray. What?
It's true. An acorn doesn't fall far from the tree.
How far do you want an acorn to roll once it hits the ground?
Here's the thing. What if it's on a cliff? Then it could really, theoretically, fall miles.
Yeah, that's a huge amount. See, they don't think before they talk.
But it's always somebody else's fault. Why you haven't gotten farther in life. It's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah, and why didn't I get a bigger push from him?
Right.
You know, why didn't
he help me?
Yeah, just not even, I was doing this on my own, and he came in and C-blocked me. No, he just wanted the help.
Other than let you in DX.
Which didn't need to be done.
They should hook up with China and just be in that whole bitter thing.
DX with an EX, like the ex-wives.
And then Six-Pack or whatever. What's the last name he used?
Oh, yeah, X-Pac and...
Tupac. He was Tupac for a while, and I guess he got shot. Have we ever come up with that Cigar Sid song?
No, Harry's still looking.
Why bother?
The stack of CDs he's looking through, I checked. That's a stack of pancakes.
Tell him to put some butter on those CDs and a little bit of syrup. Then he'll be happy. All right, we'll take a break. We still got Elfish hanging. I mean, not Elfish. His, I guess, manager now.
His mouthpiece.
Yeah. The mouth of the South, Cigar Sid. I feel my client has been mistreated. All right, we'll take a break. We'll go back and try to find this song because it's funny. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Yeah, Ron and Fez Show. As we're also known, the Tattooed Love Boys. Fez, how many tats you running right now?
I got 3 tattoos. Actually, I had to stop and think. I'm thinking, did I ever get a 4th? No, I have 3 tattoos.
Your goal is 50. 50 tattoos altogether.
One of each state.
Yeah.
So far, I have Virginia, New York, and Florida.
Maybe you just get a big map on your back of all the states. Well, Cigar Sid is on the line, and believe it or not, Fezzy, Mikey Boy has found the song that we're looking for. The only real producer of the Ron and Fez show, Mikey Boy.
God bless him.
Yeah, God bless Mikey Boy. What will we do without him?
Fail miserably.
Yeah. What about this? A world with no Mikey Boy.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine it. I don't want to picture it.
Did you feel the chill that just went up and down your spine?
I just don't even want to think of that kind of world. A world of sickness.
Yeah.
And pain and agony.
Well, Cigar Sid called you today. Now, Sid was our intern at one time.
Our biggest.
Yeah, by far. And he is a Redskins fan. He wears the Redskins shirt, the coat, his room. He lives with his mom, and he's got the Redskins pillow and sheets, and everything is just very Redskins in his life.
He's got 2 pet hamsters, one named Joe, the other Gibbs.
When he plays Madden, he's always the Skins, and he felt like you were taking advantage of a drunk, retarded elfish. Sid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have I put that correctly?
Yeah, pretty much.
You feel okay about it?
I don't see it as a problem.
Yeah, and you're loaded up on this Redskins, huh?
Yeah, I can't get enough of it this year.
All right, hold on. Here's Eastside Dave on the other line. He wants to talk to you. Dave?
Yeah, buddies.
Yeah, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sick of these meat fists, Cigar Sid and whatnot, always betting against Fez. I'm putting my
Thank you, Dave.
I'm putting my hair on the line with Mr. W. What do you think of that, Sid?
Hey, that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sid, you'll put your hair up against Eastside Dave's?
I will. My beautiful Shirley Temple red hair, huh? You can't get this in a store, huh?
Thank goodness.
That's your challenge.
All right, so here we go. A big Giants fan, Fezzy, coming. This is what you actually asked for yesterday. You wanted Harry to be there for you.
Yeah, this is exactly what I would have loved Harry T to do.
Yeah.
To come to my defense, go ahead and say, yeah, here's your double or nothing. Here's your second head to shave.
Right.
But no, I'm just absolutely not. Left out in the wind by Harry one more time.
You know who Eastside Dave is to you, Fez?
Who's that?
Robin.
Yeah.
Right.
He is your sidekick, and he's ready to jump in.
And he's right there by my side. He's all-American boy.
Yeah.
He is right there with me.
I'm part black. Everything fits.
Wow.
I got a breast reduction in '92 as well.
All right, so that's phenomenal news for you.
That is great. Thank you so much, Eastside Dave.
You're welcome, Mr. W. And if we lose, we're not shaving our head. We're just going to get Master Poe to kick Cigar Sid's ass. Huh,
Well,
Master?
that may happen. He may have to beat up those two.
Bye, buddies.
Yeah. All right, see you later. Well, you heard it here, Sid. You heard it all come down today. You're involved in this now. You shot off your pie hole, and what happened?
I feel fully confident in winning this bet.
You know why? Because the problem with you right now is you would pick the Skins over the Red Chinese. You just there's nothing but a homer's love. It's not gambling, and it's not being into football. It's just loving the home team.
Well.
And you think they're going all the way?
They've got a shot at making it to the Super Bowl. I don't think they'll win.
No wild card team has ever gone further than the divisional championships.
No. What about the Oakland Raiders that year? I think it was like 80, 81?
Well, that was back when wild cards got home games. What it is no wild card team has ever won 3 games on the road.
You know what worries me?
To go to the Super Bowl.
You know what worries me, Fez?
What's that?
Now you sound like Mark Lawrence. Now you're bringing up your loser jinx talk that makes Sid look like a genius. All right, so Sid, you and Paranoid had a bad fight, right?
Right.
And the fight was about what? You were out drinking. You were underage, right?
Yeah.
And what happened that night? What went down?
He accused me of stealing his money or cards or something.
Yeah.
And then I ended up having to leave the area and got arrested driving away.
No, you driving away, you were on heading the wrong way on
wrong side of the road.
Wrong side of the road, one way. He's driving as fast as he can.
I believe on a 6-lane highway.
So you came back and told us that story and that you got punched by Perry, and we were upset about it. And Perry not the best at arguing, Fezzy. So what he turns around and does is answers back in a song, and you were getting called Fat Baby because you look like an enormous infant. You know that, right?
You're a big guy with a baby look.
Yeah.
It's the lack of facial hair.
And you're still a virgin.
That's not true.
Oh, it's not true? What's the
No.
guy's name you were with?
Greg.
Okay. All right, so...
Greg Williams, defensive coordinator.
So here is, you know what, jacking off to your Madden game doesn't mean that you're no longer a virgin. All right, so here's the song that Perry did about you called Fat Baby.
Fat Baby is an underage alcoholic. He got arrested for driving on the wrong side. He'll stay a virgin until he gets convicted. Gonna get fucked up the ass when he goes to prison. Stupid motherfucker's gonna drop dead of a heart attack before he's legally able to drink. So ugly he makes people sick. His sloppy belly hangs over his dick. He smells like hot sauce and pork. He'll be buried with a fork in his ass and a stain on his shirt. Even his mommy and daddy think he's a jerk. They kicked him out of the house 'cause he can't hold a job. Can't drive a car.
He's a pathetic, retarded slob.
Fat Baby is an underage alcoholic. Fat Baby, Fat Baby. Fat Baby is an underage alcoholic. Fat Baby, Fat Baby.
Taking care of business. All right, Fat Baby. That was the song about you.
It wouldn't hurt so bad if it weren't all true.
Everything. It's like reading his bio. That's the problem with it.
That is the first time I've ever heard it.
It's the audio resume.
Yeah.
I can't even talk.
It is. It's a difficult position. All right, here is the master behind it all. Here's Paranoid. Hey, Perry, how you doing, buddy? Hold on. Perry, how you doing, pal?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, thanks for playing the song. Sorry I didn't have it on the site, but it's going to be up there in about 10 minutes.
All right, so that's CosmicCircus.com.
Wait, whoa. That's the Cosmic Circus.
Ah, the Cosmic
See,
Circus.
that's where I'm a little different there.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't talked to Sid since that song, I don't think.
Has it been that long? Because you guys used to be drinking buddies when you'd come by the studio. You guys and Elfish would all climb together into that hotel. What was that pathetic hotel?
The Breezeway Motel.
The Breezeway, which was right next. And the three of them would climb in a king-size bed with a bottle of tequila.
It was good times. It
Yeah.
was good times. I had no idea the boy was only 17 at the time, though.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Tell it to the cops.
No.
Sid?
Yes.
How are you, buddy?
Doing great, Perry. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Look, we were the original Cosmic Circus, Ron.
Yeah.
Elfish, Sid, and myself. And who knows, I think maybe now that Sid has called in, we can maybe take it a step further.
In what way?
He's legal to drink now.
Oh, is that right? You're 21 now, Sid?
Yeah.
So do you think you'd like to get back together with Perry?
That's fine. You know why? I've got a stomach problem now where I can't drink that much anyway. So.
Why? What's the stomach problem? A frozen turkey stuck in there?
Yeah.
They get lodged.
His parents caught him eating a frozen turkey one night, biting into it.
Couldn't wait to even cook it.
Hey, Sid, did you do any time over that? What happened?
Yeah, I did 2.5 days in jail.
See, that's sad, Perry.
Although it wasn't that bad. When I got out, I was able to walk straight to the station and go in the hideout. So.
But your ass was bleeding. And they said, the hideout guy said, because we came in, we go, what's this dry blood all over?
And somehow you put on weight in prison.
Well, we all learned a valuable lesson that night, I think.
Yeah, I think we did. All right, so, Sid, your hair's on the line, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Perry, I know you're a big Skins fan, right?
Are you kidding? I'm the biggest, baby.
Yeah.
But I don't have anybody to bet with, so, I definitely shave my beautiful locks because I know the Skins are going all the way.
All right, hold on. Here's Snuggins on the other line.
Who?
Hold Hold on. Snuggins, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, brothers?
Hey, man.
I'll put my hair on the line.
Wow.
Why not?
Perry?
I've had it for quite a while.
A good connection here. I can't
Yes.
Triple threat match, Perry?
Let's do it, baby.
All right, there we go. Now it's Snuggins versus Perry. Before we're done, Earl, you may have 6-7 days of just pure head shaves in front of you.
And Earl can do it any way he wants. He wants the razor, anything he wants.
All right, there you go, Snugs.
Sharpen up the clippers. It's a three-way hair dance.
Yeah.
I'll take it a step further. If I lose,
Yeah.
I'll let Earl cut my head off. How do you like that?
Earl, would you do that?
I'll get the machete ready. I don't
Yeah,
care.
cut him off right at the shoulders.
Beautiful.
All right, talk to you later, Snugs. See you later, Perry.
Bye, guys.
I don't know. What do you think? Fat Baby song one more time?
I'd love to.
Go ahead, Earl. We need to have it.
Yes!
Sid, talk to you later, buddy.
All right, have a good one. Underage alcoholic, he got arrested for driving on the wrong side. He'll stay a virgin until he gets convicted. Gonna get fucked up the ass when he goes to prison. Stupid motherfucker's gonna drop dead of a heart attack before he's legally able to drink. So ugly he makes people sick. His sloppy belly hangs over his dick. He smells like hot sauce and pork. He'll be buried with a fork in his hand, a stain on his shirt. Even his mommy and daddy think he's a jerk. They kicked him out of the house 'cause he can't hold a job. He can't drive a car.
He's a pathetic, retarded slob.
That baby is an underage alcoholic. Fat baby, fat baby. That baby is an underage alcoholic. Fat baby, fat baby. Fat baby, fat baby.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, sure. Well, when we get Cigar Sid back, we'll have him sing "Taking Care of Business" on the air because the kid is a phenom. Now, I put "Fat Baby" up there with "Fatty Pneumonia" as some of the best fat songs that Paranoid has ever done.
That's his topic.
Yeah.
That's his venue.
Hey, Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say first, it's great. I'm from the Baltimore, D.C. area. We love hearing you back on the radio.
Thanks, man.
Fez, you're wrong. I'm almost positive you're wrong. Didn't the Ravens win the Super Bowl as a wild card team?
Were they a wild card team that year, Fez?
They were a wild card team, but I think that was before they went to 4 divisions in each conference. So I think they had a home game.
All right, let me check with Randy. Randy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, the Baltimore Ravens, they did win in 2000 against the Giants.
Did they have a home game?
No, they didn't.
All right. Fez has adjusted his thing to you've got to have a home game, not...
Yeah, 3 wild card teams have gone all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But no team has won all their games on the road to go to the Super Bowl.
Never happened before.
Never happened.
I think the Raiders won all their games on the road in '80.
I really wish Fez wouldn't bring up his football knowledge because it just turns into a clusterfuck of no, that didn't happen or yes, it did. This has been a bad year for you, Fez. You don't know football.
And it's only the 4th.
Yeah. No, I mean last year.
Oh, it's bleeding through.
This football season.
I don't expect a good 2006 at all.
Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I wanted to thank Fezzy for picking Georgia over West Virginia.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that was a big surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, always.
Did you watch? Did you watch the game?
No, that one I missed.
Oh, West Virginia. The first 4 possessions they scored, they just romped them bad.
West Virginia needed some good news this week.
Yeah, we lost some minors. You know, our headline. I picked up the paper this morning, and the headline said 12 minors survive. I mean, huge. You know, Dewey beats Truman type.
Yeah, it was.
And then I turned the radio on, and they said 12 minors were dead. So it was really a sad thing. It was kind kind of a false sense of security. A bad way to start the new year, but go Mountaineers, right?
All right, thank you very much. I don't know if that makes up, Fez. I know some of you football guys have a tendency to think that a win somehow, like the guy from Wisconsin said, is just so great to bring pride back to Wisconsin. I mean, the state has its own stuff other than college football.
A quick correction on the Raiders. They won a home game.
There you go.
Thank you, Earl.
They won a home game over Houston.
Yeah.
Then they had road victories over Cleveland and San Diego.
All right, so here's what Fez was trying to say. It's not so much a wild card team has never won at all, which was your initial statement. You're saying no team has won everything on the road.
Right.
Whether it was wild card, doesn't matter.
Whatever, yeah.
That's his statement. Taylor, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I just think, we've had plenty of paranoid today. I really think we need to hear Fatty Pneumonia just to round things out nicely.
I don't think we've heard fatty pneumonia since the heart attack. We've kind of taken that on the back burner because suddenly it didn't make us laugh as much as it did pre-heart attack.
When the sickness just really set in adulthood.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty pneumonia never left the house.
All the neighborhood kids used to scream and shout.
Hey,
look at Fatty staring out the window again. Fatty always had food, but he never had friends. Mama never let him out. 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 Mama never let him out.
He was always too sick to go out and play.
Fatty pneumonia!
One day, Fatty made love to a cupcake.
Fatty pneumonia!
One day, Fatty made love to a cupcake.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty made love to a cupcake.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty
made love to a cupcake.
pneumonia,
Fatty made love to a cupcake.
fatty pneumonia.
Now, as opposed to the Fat Baby song, that is not all true. I did not make love to a cupcake. I shouldn't have to say that.
Here is Charlie. This is Charlie. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, Fezzy, the 85 New England Patriots went to the Super Bowl, winning all their games on the road. They were a wild card team. And then they got destroyed by the Bears.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely positive.
I doubt it.
Well, it's true. Look it up. I double-checked it before I called on the Internet.
All right, Charlie. Thank you, buddy.
Peace.
It sounded like, with the double-checking, Fez, I know that's more than you've done.
I single-checked.
What did you do? Hear it on ESPN? I hear it on ESPN radio?
ESPN.com.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, does it? Does it really matter?
No, it's still it's a long road to hoe if you're playing your games on the road.
Yeah, long road to hoe. No doubt about it. It's a long road for a hoe. No doubt about it. All right, Ron and Fez show. The fatty pneumonia thing, you had chronic pneumonia as a child?
Chronic pneumonia, yeah.
So you would get it, it would seem like it was getting better, and then it would come back?
Yeah, I would just hope for a bad day. I would have bad days and worse days. I just always had pneumonia. It just took forever to get rid of.
Could that come on from pork and a cupcake, or where do you think you first got it? Because icing could get in there somehow, couldn't it?
I don't think there's any sort of pastry lovemaking that could lead to chronic pneumonia.
Now, Lindsay Lohan is in, I guess she went to the hospital for an asthma attack. I never really understood what asthma was. Is it something you can catch? Is it like pneumonia? And then I was watching one movie, it's like a Chuck Norris movie, I think it was called Sidekicks, where they let on that asthma was almost psychological.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, where the kid just had to mentally get over his asthma.
Yeah, so they acted like when he became really good at karate, he could just throw his asthma stuff away.
And then people have died from asthma.
Yeah.
So it's weird to think that people could die from a psychosomatic thing.
Yeah. So it can't be psychosomatic if you've got to have that thing to breathe better.
Yeah, your inhaler. So I don't know what I hope you can't catch pneumonia.
Well, you can catch pneumonia.
Asthma.
Yeah. Just so you know, Fez, you can catch pneumonia.
That's bad. You don't want to catch that.
But I know adults have it, but I think with asthma, they always had it even as little kids too. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Yo, hello.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's no 6-seed team that has ever made it to the Super Bowl.
All right, so that's what we're looking for. So all these teams that on the last week, they're all excited about getting in. Don't worry. You're not going to win anything anyway.
They never go.
Yeah.
Those ones that somehow end up just getting in skin of the teeth.
Right. Doesn't matter. Ain't going to work out for you anyway. It's over. You're probably going to look at the Colts against Seattle this year. Because it's normally the number 1 seeds that go. Occasionally, a good number 2 seed will get in there.
Yeah, someone will get knocked off. Being at home in that championship game.
Mm-hmm. It could happen. John, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, I want to see, since we're playing Fatty Fez songs, if we can hear him sing Harper Valley PTA at the Halloween party.
Oh, you know what? I say no, because here's the problem.
Oh, that he has.
Yeah. But the problem with that, it just goes on and on and on and on. If he ever edited something together and made it tight where it was like 30 seconds, I wouldn't mind.
There's too many verses to that song.
And at one point you go, you're still singing this song?
It was the most uncomfortable night of my life.
I ain't got no wind to finish it.
Yeah, so if you ever edit together, keep it like 45 seconds, I'm all for it. But we can't push people through 7 minutes of Fez singing Harper Valley PTA. Now, the reason you started singing that, Fez, is because as a little kid, when your parents would fight and you thought they were getting divorced, you would act like a girl.
I would slap that Jeannie C. Riley album on the turntable, and I would do my funny Harper Valley PTA song and dance. They would be fighting. And for some reason, it was always on Sunday, because my dad worked nights, so that was like the only night of the week they saw each other.
Right.
So that was their fight night, Sunday night fights. And so I would slap that thing on the record player as soon as I could. It would play, and I'd get up, and I'd just start shaking my little assy to it.
And it would make everybody love each other again?
And everyone would just start cracking up and just pay attention to Fatty Pneumonia.
That's it. I wanted to... Hey, look at Fez. He's acting like he's Jenny C. Riley. Your life is so uncomfortable. Fez's niece, your gorgeous little niece, came up this weekend.
Yeah.
And Earl, I got to tell you, so they came to Hooters. I got a chance to see him. Your niece is about how tall? 4'9"?
Yeah, that's probably being generous.
Yeah. And Earl, she's just the tiniest little thing and gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful girl. She dates a refrigerator, a bald-headed refrigerator with tattoos. This guy, it looks like Mount Everest has shown up and he's drinking a beer in front of you.
Like Bam Bam Bigelow has a big brother.
So,
I was going to say King Kong Bundy.
It did look like Bundy. He does look like Bundy. Now, he seems to be a nice guy, but as he's standing there with Uncle Fez and me, he starts to tell us stories about rolling on top of her and hurting her. I got to be careful. Sometimes I'll roll over, and I swear to God, I'm going to suffocate her. So I'm trying not to look at Fez.
The big side, and I'm just, because I hadn't heard that story. You and I heard it the first time together.
Well, why should you hear it? It's not the story someone would normally say to the uncle. No one talks about rolling on top of or landing on or any kind of inappropriate talk normally in front of the uncle.
Yeah, and he's just talking about how that side of beef he calls an arm will drape over her face sometimes when she's sleeping, and she can't breathe.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I go, this is how infants get killed.
Right.
Because people sleep with their newborns and then roll over on top of them.
But, when, like, Fez has all but raised this little girl, you know what I mean? Since you don't ever want to think about her in a romantic type of situation, particularly with a huge mound of a man with a bald head and tattoos.
And that was just presented to me. And I just sat there in shock and my own horror. And trying to get the picture out of my head. Bad pictures.
You're trying to eat and watch the game, and all of a sudden, I almost squished your darling young niece.
Yeah.
That is it, exactly.
You know, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. You know, I just get home and I got to have her. And you know how it is. I ain't talking to you boys about anything you don't know.
And I'm like, the only good thing about this is I know Fez is more uncomfortable than me. And I'm just standing there with no expression on my face, just enough to go. And at one time, I think I even said, "Oh, oh,"
like staring at a giant bull-headed tattooed car wreck. Just unbelievable. And you know he's a biker, and you should see this little thing that is my niece trying to have her arms around him on the back of that bike. It looks like the hood ornaments on the back or something.
I swear to God, one of these days I'm just going to break her. I'm just going to break her.
Just doesn't know his own strength. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
One hug, a welcome home, honey hug, could destroy her.
But he's got to learn about inappropriate talk.
Yeah.
In front of the uncles.
Just any talk.
You know, we're sleeping together. Sometimes I swear I'm going to suffocate her.
And he will.
You know, like this past Christmas, my oldest niece brought her boyfriend over. I just said, say nothing about anything resembling.
Say nothing about anything.
No, say
That's
nothing.
perfect.
No, say nothing about the relationship.
Right.
No, nothing. I was like, just say nothing. Just put the food in your mouth. Drink. Don't.
And be on your way.
Yeah. Do not. I don't want. Just because
That's a good policy, Earl.
Yeah. Because you remember you fed her. You remember her diapers.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's just like, you don't want to think of it.
She's ruined.
Yeah, it's like...
she's spoiled.
No, and she's 27 years old, but still, you're looking at her as...
How old are you, Earl? A million?
No, I'm only 35.
So what were you?
That's his grandniece.
Were you an 8-year-old changing a baby?
I was changing her, like 8 or 9.
That's molestation at
No,
that
it's
age.
not.
You molested.
No.
You're still curious about your own body, and there you are, fondling a diaper.
I know. Take a page out of this kid's book and don't talk about it, Earl. It's uncomfortable. Cloth diapers?
No.
I assumed.
They feel good.
They were Huggies.
All right, now Jamie
Huggy bears.
has a correction for me. Jamie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, buddy.
No number one seed has ever. 2 number one seeds have never made it to the Super Bowl.
Really?
That is unbelievable to me. I had no idea that.
That's shocking.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Never.
So normally a number 2 is going to go in. If you had to say this year, Fezzy, of which one of the number ones isn't going to make it, who would you pick?
Seattle.
Really?
Yeah.
Good choice, Fez.
Who you going with, Jamie?
The Bears.
The
Bears in Indianapolis.
That's your Super Bowl pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my Super Bowl pick right there.
I have a tough time imagining the Bears in that game. I saw them play. That offense is nothing.
I just think the worst AFC team is better than the best NFC team this year, and we're just going to have one of those blowout Super Bowls over by halftime.
Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the Bears have looked awful the last month of the season, too. They've just the defense has done its job.
Yeah, the defense is good.
The defense is very good, but they're just on the field for so long because the offense there is just... I can't name one guy on that offense.
Yeah, me neither.
Except for the
Chinless.
waterhead.
Chinless isn't even in anymore, right?
I think they're going with Grossman in the playoffs. It goes back and forth so much, I have no idea.
I can't keep up either.
And another head coach fired.
Who's that?
Norv Turner is out in Oakland.
Well, he's used to that. That's the good thing.
Third coaching change in 5 years for the Raiders, Al Davis.
Yeah, Al Davis has just turned into a crazy old woman. He ought to move the team again. He ought to just move it to Sacramento.
He'll move his team to New Orleans after they leave. That'll be the next crazy move.
He should just have a mobile team where he's just moving around, and he's just on the road playing a different game away every week.
Well, there was some talk he wants to move them, I guess, further south to San Jose or somewhere, but the 49ers are complaining because it's too close to San Francisco.
Why don't you just move them into San Francisco?
The San Jose Raiders.
Yeah. Well, they got the Sharks.
And they're saying out of Philadelphia, that game Sunday where Clinton Portis' mother for the Redskins had a beer thrown on her, so they brought her down on the sidelines. They said they also brought her down on the sidelines because she punched some Philly woman in the nose after the beer got thrown.
Yeah, somehow today that turned into she's a big tough lady.
Yeah.
During the game, they're like, "Oh, this is horrible. Look, you have to take someone's mother down on Philly, a bunch of scumbags." And now it sounds like she started the trouble, which is insane. Here is Glenn. Glenn, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
6232 checking in.
Way to go, man.
I wanted to let you guys know it's going to be the Manning Brothers Bowl. It's going to be the Giants. They'll be able to pull it off because I think the Giants are the only NFC team that can really beat Seattle, even though we didn't. It was an off day for the kicker, but the Manning brothers will be in the bowl together with the Giants taking it, by the way.
The Giants need to win 2 on the road, right?
Yeah.
One at home, 2 on the road.
Time, so they'll come around.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying it.
Without a doubt. Giants take it. In the Super Bowl, they'll take it.
If it's the Manning brothers Super Bowl, I hope Archie or Archie's wife is not there in that 2 jerseys sewn together, 1 for each team.
I'll tell you, Archie will be rooting for Eli. I don't know what it is, whether he thinks it's because the kid has less talent, but it seems like if he has to choose between his kids, he chooses Eli.
If it's a Sunday, he is in Giant Stadium. He is not in the RCA Dome in Indianapolis.
That's interesting. That's interesting to see what he does over the playoffs.
And Archie was very vocal about Eli going to New York as opposed to San Diego.
Right, he was behind it.
He was the force behind that.
He was
really
pulling the strings.
Yeah, he wasn't as vocal when Peyton came out, was he?
He said, I don't care what happens. I don't care what. But that might mean that he just has faith in Peyton.
Right.
And the other one, he's got to go in and take care of a little bit.
Needs some more nurturing.
When you have a daughter, when you only have one daughter like Eli, you're going to love her.
But you also got to remember, the Colts were in worse shape than, particularly in San Diego was.
He knew his kid was going to turn it around. He knew Peyton was going to be a winner wherever he went. Here's Ronald, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was calling to correct the last guy who said no 2 number 1 seeds have ever made the Super Bowl. That's incorrect. Super Bowl 19, the 15-1 Niners beat the 14-2 Dolphins. They were both number 1 seeded.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate corrections that aren't aimed at Fez. Occasionally, I like to see somebody else get corrected out there. How you feeling, Fez?
I'm doing all right.
Are you walking a little prouder, talking a little louder?
Feeling better.
Yeah. Good. Here's Jimmy. Jimmy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
It's amazing to see, like, if you look like in the 80s and in the 90s, the NFC just dominated during Super Bowls. It was like blowouts time and time again. But now you see the AFC is kicking ass. It's like Bizarro World.
Yeah, they've also had the Patriots for 3 of the last 4. So that helps a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
But it has been a while. They have been on a real run.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, I think...
All right, going back before that, you had Denver. It's only the Bucs have broken it up, right?
Yeah, you had 2 Denvers, and then I guess a Baltimore.
3 out of the 4 have been the Patriots, so that's pretty damn strong.
And I think before Denver, you have to go all the way back to the 84 Raiders for an AFC World Champion.
Hey, Ed, you're on Ron and Fez.
I know why Archie Manning likes Eli better. He went to Ole Miss. And
he was the Ole Miss son.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, that...
He calls him his Little Miss, and I don't even know what that means.
Little Miss can't be wrong, is what he said.
This is my Little Miss. My Little Miss Dangerous. Here's Alex. Alex, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys, if I'm not mistaken, weren't the Patriots a wild card team when they upset the Rams in the Super Bowl? Because they didn't win a division that year.
Well, Fez's point was not so much wild card, but couldn't play all road games.
Right.
Oh, I hear you. Okay.
So that's
all right, boys.
That's the new thing on that. That's what we're going with now. Nobody's won every game on the road and went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Let's take a break here. We got something to play, Earl. We got a little something fun to go into the break with.
Well, we could always use Howard Cosell losing his mind.
I never heard this before, have I?
No.
All right, let's take a listen. Howard Cosell going nuts.
What kind of answer is that? It's a simple enough patch, day in and day out. Oh, shit, that's absurd. I mean, from day to day, every fucking day, a problem. I don't know what the fuck you people do. I don't even understand any longer what the hell you're paid for. The simplest little thing, from here to there. Jesus Christ. Now, can this show be done or not? Yeah, I'm a long way away, I'll tell you that. And how the hell do I know when the theme is or anything? All right, then how do I know when they're rolling and if they're getting it? I'll leave my telephone. All right, I'll leave my telephone line up. All right. There's nobody here. My apartment's being painted. It's just insanity.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
It's the Ron and Fez show. RonFez.net. You can check us out. TalkRadioFans.com. Also runs the listening thread. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ.
Lake Superior State University, every year they do that thing where they put together a list of phrases that have been so overused or just pointless, and it's like, we're burned out on them, we're done. So the 2005 phrases came out.
Now, I'd never heard of Lake Superior University.
I think it's...
Or LSU, as they're known in the Sugar Bowl.
I think this is the one thing this school does, but every year they make this their own.
No.
So things that they want to get rid of this year are person of interest, that phrase, where they never want to hear it again.
I've never heard of this phrase.
It comes up now anytime there's someone who's wanted, like Peter Bronstein, the guy who faked being a fireman to rape the woman on Halloween.
Yes.
He was a person of interest. When the guy killed the judge in Atlanta and then had a hit out with the Christian woman, they were looking for a person of interest.
No, I don't even understand what that phrase means, though.
It's like, instead of saying a suspect, it's like, this is the person we're interested in talking to about this.
I don't know what's wrong with the term suspect. All right, I never heard it. Earl, were you familiar with person of interest?
No, not really.
POI? No, I'd never heard it.
Also, the term surreal came up. Tired of people calling everything surreal.
Yeah.
Up or down vote, which somehow came to be just when John Roberts got nominated for the Supreme Court. All of a sudden, we heard up and down vote constantly. Other ones were breaking news or designer breed for these purebred puppies. FEMA, they're tired of the term FEMA.
Well, I mean, that's an actual thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, that one I don't think you can get away with. First-time caller.
Hate that term.
Talking points.
I hate that as well.
Was on the list.
Well.
Of just overused things. Holiday tree from Christmas tree. Very big in December this past year. Calling anyone dog. I think that's aimed at Randy Jackson. I hope we can get through a season of American Idol without hearing that's too pitchy.
What up, dog?
And an accident that didn't have to happen.
No.
So those are some of the things that are on this list from Lake Superior State University.
You didn't do this one, Fez. Get her done.
Oh, get her done, yep.
Get her done is a little burned up. There seems to be a Larry the Cable Guy backlash that is picked up.
Yeah, as we move a little out of the red states.
I don't know. I don't know where it's popular, but it just seemed to have peaked and is coming back a little bit. Just, what was that guy's name that almost had the same act in the 80s? He was like a neighbor that was always coming over to check on people.
Oh,
you remember he used to do the commercial? Jim Varney was the guy.
Right, yeah, Ernest.
Ernest, yeah. And then he did movies, and everybody was like, he was really hot. And then everyone decided they hated Ernest at the same time.
Yeah, after Ernest Halloween and Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah.
Again and again.
So Get Her Done seems to be rolling back a little bit. There's things like that I can't stand. I can't stand the outside of the box thing, because it's normally said by people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you'll be in a meeting, and they'll go, we need something outside of the box. Oh, I brought this up later with that in your face, where some PD is trying to say, hey, would you check out this radio show? They're real in your face. What the fuck does that mean? If something actually was in your face, you'd be furious. So, obviously, it's not in your face.
And the outside of the box, if you have any idea in, like, let's say a brainstorming meeting, you're inside the box, you're in the room.
No, to me, I go just the opposite. Every idea should be outside the box. Do not give me some kind of idea that you want me to hear. It's obviously should be outside of the box. Another one I can't stand that people will just throw out there from time to time is that whole, well, what comes around goes around. And it just basically means they don't understand what they're saying or have any way of competing. As if karma, if suddenly now you're believing in karma where we're all Buddhist and the universe will take care of this problem.
I think one I'm done with is Baby Daddy.
Baby Daddy? Earl never wants to hear that again. That costs some money every time that comes up.
You don't want to hear that phone ring.
Earl, do you have any for you that's driving you nuts?
The baby mama drama.
I never heard that one. Baby mama drama? That's when your child's mama goes off?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you all right? Yeah, I'm just having some baby mama drama.
Yeah. One thing I will give the black people, they always drop it first. Or drop it like it's hot, as you folks like to say from time to time.
That was my other one, that stupid Paris Hilton thing, that's hot.
Yeah. Which
one
was actually a normal thing to say until she picked up on it. And now it's annoyed everybody.
And then everything was hot.
Yeah, but everyone said that's hot for fucking 25 years. And now because of her, it gets ruined. Because of the abuse. Hey, Bruce, you're on Ron and Fez. Whoops, let me try again. Hey, Bruce, you're on the air. What do you say there, dog?
Hey, what's up, dog?
Get her done, dog.
Yeah. Anyway, you remember the guy that they were calling a person of interest over the anthrax letters? That's the guy. I think that's the first person they were using that term over, but I couldn't remember his name, so now my call don't make worth the fuck.
No, all right. I understand where you're going with. That's, he said, was the first one that it got brought up. 866-766-0339. What do you want retired? What do you want to get rid of? What can't you handle anymore? Because so many of these sayings that get said by people time and time again, it's just annoying.
One thing that has to be done with is the shortening of the name. All right, J-Lo did it, fine. But people can't be K-Fed now and just keep using that over and over again.
Now, who started it? Because I think A-Rod was before J-Lo. Am I wrong about that? Did people, let me check with Earl. Did people say A-Rod before J-Lo?
Yes.
Because I think J-Lo did it to herself, where
Right.
A-Rod was kind of the sports writers. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Bill, go ahead.
It's Daryl.
All right, go ahead, pal, whatever your name is.
If I never hear the saying "my bad" again, it would be a good day. So sick of that. Every time someone screws up, they say "my bad."
My bad.
Get out of here.
My bad. Yeah, that's done. That's fucking done. Hey, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Who's this? Whoops, lost you, bro. Here is Dan. Dan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of hearing white people use shizzle. They have no idea what they're talking about. Give it up.
Or especially when they say manizzle and not realizing
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
they've walked into an area they don't necessarily want to be into.
Check the translation, people.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
You know, we can talk about this, but at the end of the day...
Oh, God.
I also hate when people ask, like, two questions, like, did we do as well as we hoped? No. Should I put the gun in my mouth and pull the trigger? Yes.
You know, there are so many of these things that you get from marketing and salespeople. Marketing and salespeople. I never want to hear the fucking name brand for name anymore. Because people will now act like you're a brand. Like, they're like, you know, we could be doing so much more with the Fez Whatley brand. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We have to increase your brand.
I'm not a brand. I'm a human being. So the term brand went from Coca-Cola to now changing and just means name. No matter what's going on, it's a brand. And it just, to me, it shows the embarrassment of where this country has got itself.
That and in a moving product. We got to move more product.
Yeah, we got to move product. At the end of the day, All I'm here to do is make $1.01. That's all I want to do. At the end of the day.
Can we get rid of the term signage instead of just saying signs?
Yeah, we got plenty of signage up. And the whole thing of that is just fucking embarrassing anyway. Here's Sarge. Sarge, you're on the Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, good. My wife says hi and a little fezzy there.
Oh, that's nice.
Hi, Mrs. Sarge.
That's the lieutenant.
Oh, the pet
yeah,
lieutenant.
the boss. Anyway, I hate it when you, like, express your opinion about something, and you kind of go off on a rant, and some asshole goes, well, why don't you tell us how you really feel?
Yeah, right.
Later.
Because here's what bugs you. They didn't think of that. They heard someone else get a fucking laugh with it once, and they go into it. It's like that they stole it from a fucking movie that, well, I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. And people still laugh as if it's not 20 years old and getting done at every goddamn party. And it only really works in a military way. It doesn't work for any kind of corporate stuff at all.
I can't believe how many people still use that. I would tell you, but I have to kill you.
More annoying is that it still gets laughs from the other fucking squares. Maybe Huey Lewis was right with this whole it's hip to be square. Because it seems to have been like they fucking won.
God, that one's had a long life.
Here is Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you? What do you say, Matt?
Yeah, I hate the word bling bling, and especially when news reporters use it.
Yeah, they will now start saying, and she had on the bling bling.
Yeah, the news stations will actually try to put that like in their news teases.
Yeah.
The Giants getting more bling at the Super Bowl, and it's just stupid.
And that term's even over now. I think they say ice now.
Yeah, ice is where black people are. White people are still bling blinging from 6 years ago. Here is Robert. Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I'm tired of everybody saying, would you get a job?
All right, buddy, go get her done. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. It's true, these things are annoying.
There's plenty of phrases like that out there that you can retire. Lake Superior State University always puts out their year-end list.
I this on the instant feedback here, Ron and Fez at AOL.com. Random. That is so random. And from Apprentice, stepped up to the plate. I'm fucking saying it's time for me to step up to the plate. Did Fez step up to the plate this week?
What about whatever? That has become such a used, like whatever.
Whatever is now fuck you. It's when you take the time to tell someone something, and they say whatever. They just meant they just spit in your face. Here's Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, how's it going? I'm sick and tired of every time somebody's finished saying something. You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Rappers got really tied up into that, and it was like no one ever stops them. They're like, yeah, we got a video coming out. Know what I'm saying? And you're like, yes. It's not a difficult concept. You don't have to check back with me. You're just using basic English. I'm following everything right now.
No, my nephew does that all the time. I'm like, I know what you're talking about, you moron. Just talk to me like a human being. Not one of these moles on the street.
Everything in your life is just nieces and nephews. They're hanging all off you, aren't they?
Too many.
Yeah.
I got 17 of them.
They're driving you nuts.
God.
9 nieces, 8 nephews, and 1 great nephew.
So you are, yeah, he's the best. He is by far the best.
Only one good one.
So you're used to the baby mama drama.
Ooh.
It's all happening for you. Yeah.
The livestock that has gone through that house.
Harry told me that he's sick of hearing, hey, put that chicken down and get out of our yard. That's something he and his family have heard for years. Blowhard is on the line with us right now. If Harry takes his thumb off, Harry, take your thumb off that and be like a producer for a second. There you go. Hey, Blowhard, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddies. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
You know, the one thing in sports that I've been hearing a lot about that's driving me crazy is the whole thrown under the bus thing.
Again, that comes from salespeople and marketing people.
That one, another one I hate, and it's used by everybody now, is he shit the bed.
Yeah, you do hear that a lot.
A lot.
On this show, you do.
Yeah.
Everywhere
I go now. This guy, he shit the bed. He shit the bed.
Well, you're all welcome for it.
And the last one I really can't stand is when, like, suburban white kids call each other nigger.
I'll watch the language, Blowhard. You're just looking for an excuse.
It's just nigger.
Earl, does that annoy you when he does that?
Well, he's just kind of throwing the N-word out there.
No. I'm just making a point.
And then saying it's bad.
We get it.
It's just obnoxious when you see little white kids in the mall go, yo, nigger. You know, it's just...
I understand. How do you think we feel right now, Blowhard?
Oh, and by the way, just back to football for a second. Who do you like tonight, Fez?
I like Texas tonight in the Rose Bowl.
And just so you know, I have the Vegas odds in front of me. The current odds, the Bucks to win the Super Bowl, 22-1.
That's better than I'd give them. Give us all the odds all the way down.
All right, Colts, the favorite, 4-5.
4-5.
Uh-huh. Seahawks, 7-2. Patriots, 6-1.
Wow.
Broncos, 6-1. Steelers, 8-1. Bears, 10-1. Bengals, 12-1. The Giants, 15-1. Panthers, 18-1. The Redskins, 18-1. The Bucks, 22-1. And finally, rounding out the bottom is the Jacksonville Jaguars at 40-1.
I think the Jaguars are better
That's my
than
team.
People give any credit to it all.
There's no faith in that Jags team.
I think the upset this weekend, they're going to go up to New England and they're going to beat the Pats. I predict it. But then again, I picked the Jets and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So
Yes, you did.
I'm better off sticking to professional wrestling picks.
I thought the Bears would have higher odds than the Jags.
Well, the Bears opened at 60-1 before the season started.
Yeah.
I have the opening odds. Your Buccaneers were 20-1.
So they've actually dropped since they got to the playoffs.
The Bucks opened at 20-1. Now they're 22-1.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they opened that high.
Yeah, the Giants were 40-1, and Bengals were 45-1. So I mean, you have some teams. I'm surprised the Colts at 6-1. I mean, the Patriots at 6-1 is a good bet.
Blowhard, where are you going in this game tonight?
I got to go with USC.
Yeah.
Got to go with USC.
I was really pulling for the Texas upset, but when Fez went to it, I have knee-jerked out of it.
I don't think Texas has ever seen a team like this. I think they're going to go in there and blow them out of the water. And you have a lot of points. The over-and-under is going to be 70 for this game, so it's going to be interesting. But I think that this USC team can probably compete against some NFL teams. They're so good. And I got to love Pete Carroll, former Jet, of course. Everybody.
I've always hated Pete Carroll, but I got to give him credit that he's done a great job at USC.
And he's staying put. He doesn't want to go out in the NFL.
Why should he? There's more money right now in college.
Great motivator, good personality, animated, and good with the kids.
Oh.
But I got a feeling that USC is going to win by at least 2 touchdowns or more tonight.
Well, I think if they do win, they'll probably win big. But then again, you saw what happened against them in Notre Dame. But Leinart is saying this is going to be it for him. He knows this is going to be the biggest game of his whole life. This is what's going to put him in the history books. He's got to be able to do this.
Yeah, last night's game was incredible, really interesting. And
yeah, it was.
And the West Virginia game, incredible. And that made me happy because the Big East finally wins a game here.
I can't, get too excited over seeing who finishes 9th and who finishes 14th. It's just
I was rooting for West Virginia. I mean, it was an exciting finish, faking the punt. It was just a great game. And the Big East is is crap when it comes to football. Basketball were a great competition. But
yeah, they lost all their football teams.
Yeah, we got to build up the Big East. So because being in New York City, I'm a football orphan. I mean, unless you have alumni or some other reason to root for a school, what college team do you root for if you live in New York City?
Brooklyn College. You get behind Brooklyn College in a big way.
Take Yeshiva in the points.
All right, my friend.
Have a good day, buddies.
Peace out.
So the Rose Bowl, that is tonight on ABC for the national championship.
What time's that game, Fuzzy?
I'm not sure. I think it's either 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. Probably coverage starts at 8.
The problem with these games, they just run so late now. You can't even stick with them. Plus, I just got Season 2, Arrested Development, thanks to my good friend El Jefe from The Hideout. Which, by the way, you want to know what a class act El Jefe is? He writes on it from El Jefe and Dubs. And you know it ain't from Dubs.
That is not a Dubs act whatsoever.
And I'm like, would Fez ever do this for me? No. He always goes out of his way to go, oh, this is from Fez. But that
of course I would.
No, you wouldn't. But that El Jefe shows you what partnership is all about. I also got some stuff from Johnny in Belfast. And who sent me the season 3 stuff? Go look that up, would you, Harry? Somebody sent me some of the season 3 that's on a disc, like a homemade disc. What's that mean? I got to watch it on the computer? Can I watch it on regular DVD?
I doubt it.
I don't know if I can sit in front of a computer and watch things.
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. I got to have a certain amount of comfort. But anyway, thanks to El Jefe. And that's why I'm going to talk to Wiki and Elo and Straley again about those guys. Don't judge them just because one of them was getting a tattoo at the time. They're much funnier.
Seeing his ass may have changed things. J-Dubs' ass. I wonder if there's any way to get a copy of this British Celebrity Big Brother that's coming up. Because they added more names to that. And this
it's not on yet?
No, I think it's still coming up.
Their Big Brother is much bigger than ours. Our Big Brother is like a cult hit. Theirs is mainstream.
Yeah, so Anna Nicole Smith is in it, Boy George. Now they've added Dennis Rodman, Joan Rivers, and Macaulay Culkin.
Holy shit, why can't we just watch that live?
I know, just put it on BBC America so we can see this thing. I would love to see this edition of Big Brother.
How long are they in there? Are they in there as long as like a whole summer like ours are?
Yeah, because like our Big Brother during the summer is what, 3 months?
Yeah, there's no way Joan Rivers is going to be staying in anywhere for 3 months. I just can't picture it.
It takes her that long to put her face on in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that will be tough for her, huh?
Yeah. She's going to have her makeup in there.
Plus, when they always have that early morning shot. What does that face look like before the makeup?
Oh, they always do the shot of everybody getting ready in the morning for the day's events.
Here's Zombie. Zombie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Zombie.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, I work with this guy at work, and he uses that "what's up" with everybody, and every time I hear it, I just want to slap him. God forbid there's 3 of you together because you're going to get "what's up, what's up, what's up."
You know, I mean, that was hot for what? 4 minutes about
seconds,
6 years
yeah.
ago?
I just want to slap him every time he opens his mouth with it.
Yeah, Budweiser doesn't even stick with that.
Who?
Budweiser.
Here's Will. Will, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, boys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you know what I hate is when people make statements totally out of context and have no idea what they're actually saying, such as when you meet somebody and you ask them how they're doing, they say fair to middling, like they're actually cotton farmers. or a while back, Ron, when you were all, you made the statement, God willing and the river don't rise. As God willing and the creek don't rise actually has anything to do with water and not Indians.
You and Fez can get on that with shit to bed. You can all bust my balls.
Hey.
What do you got for me, Harry?
It came from TJ from Jacksonville.
What
Did
you think that we were talking about something else?
The burned discs.
Yes.
Came from TJ.
Yeah.
So that's all.
You're good on the air. No matter what happens off air, seriously, you're fucking smoking on the air. Here is Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Bill, go ahead, buddy.
Hey guys, how you doing? Miss Soundboard Fez.
We are cool in the gang, my friend. We are cool in the motherfucking gang. Let's play a little cool in the gang, shall we, Earl?
I don't know. It's just getting a little old, man. Getting a little old.
I know, I'm taking a beating here today, but you know what? Pulp Fiction means everything to me. I just rewatched it again the other night. Give me a little cool in the gang. Hey, Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what they say is that is so, and they say the previous decade, like when it turned 2000, that is so 90s.
I am kind of upset that even 6 years into this, we don't have a name for this decade. We tried a little bit at the turn where we're like, oh, is this the millennium? Are we the aughts? Are we the zeros? Are we the 10? No one knew where to go with it, and we're still stuck without a name for this decade.
No, all you can do is go back. You could say something like, well, back at the millennium, or just do the year by its actual date. You have to say in 2000 or 2001.
Right, but
there's no early whatever this is.
Well, yeah, but remember, in the 90s, we said, come on, it's the 90s. You can't even say that to people now. You have no way of putting it out there. We're stuck without it. There's no way to make it happen.
The most you can get is welcome to the 21st century. And even then,
you don't even use it.
No.
You're not going to throw that out there.
It's stupid because there's 100 years to go here, basically.
Yeah. Hey, Hindu, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hindu.
Yo. Yeah, man, daily catchphrase. Are you there?
Yes, we're just waiting for you, Hindu.
Okay,
Fucking bated breath.
I'm sorry, man, because I just got off with the screener. I can't believe I was on that fast. On a daily basis, man. I'm sick of that. I want to bust O&A over that, but I'm afraid that the Bulldog, Jimmy Norton, will chew me up. Everybody says that on a daily basis. Now, why can't you just say, every day or, whatever? I'm punching out, boys.
You also misuse the term punching out as you're busting other people's balls. Although in his case, he was pretty fucking close. He was pretty close at all. Here is Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I miss Soundboard Cool in the Gang. But,
yeah, me too. Soundboard Cool in the Gang was the best.
They were awesome. But the two phrases I think that have been overused are 23 skidoo and Bodie. The people just ran them into the ground this year.
You know what I can't stand is cat's pajamas, too. Where they'll actually say something is cat's pajamas.
Bee's knees.
Yeah. The bee's knees.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
I think one phrase that's going to be gone is intelligent design.
Oh, yeah. It seems like that school board blinked, huh?
Yeah, this was the Dover School Board, following the lead from that school board in Pennsylvania.
All right, so this is the Dover, Delaware School Board?
Oh, this may be the same one.
Yeah, so it's the same school board that was in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. So they have rescinded their policy of teaching intelligent design, this after the judge saying it cannot be taught.
Yeah, you're a bunch of hayseeds, you're making shit up, and you're just throwing it out there, and no, you can't teach it in the school. So they had to come back and go, all right, we never wanted to do it anyway. Let's just get rid of it. They didn't talk about it.
No.
They didn't discuss it. There is no intelligent design.
They just pulled it right out of their curriculum.
I'm telling you, last night, I think there's somewhat of a backlash now against that kind of crazy talk. When O'Reilly showed up on Letterman's show, still trying to push this Christmas is under attack gimmick, and Letterman's just like, you're making this up, or you're taking one hayseed town in Minnesota, one hayseed town in Texas, and you're making it seem like it's an attack on Christianity when it's just not. You're just going out and finding these tiny things to invent fear. And that's where we are, I also think, with the Darwinism thing. That you're allowed to sit in there in that class and go, wait a minute, how does it work? Is it just a theory? Whatever. That would be fine. But to act like, no, we have another science book, and that science book is called the Bible, is crazy talk.
Yeah, the judge that ruled in this case said you've just relabeled creationism. You haven't changed anything. You're calling it by this more scientific-sounding name.
Right.
So apparently to make it sound like a theory. And what also was being taught in this particular curriculum was that Darwinism or evolution was flawed and that things lend itself.
Right.
So they had to say that the other theory was bad. It wasn't enough just to introduce intelligent design into the schools. They had to say the other one was wrong at the same time.
Well, they can't introduce it because they don't have any proof for it at all. Now, Earl, I know you said you don't believe in dinosaurs. And you said it has been proved. Guess what? Here's good news. The National Museum of History is doing a Darwin exhibit. so we can all go after work one day.
Oh, I gotta go see this before it's gone.
I want you to stand in front of the dinosaur skeleton and tell me it's not real.
No, I didn't say it wasn't real. I just couldn't relate to it. That's all. I mean, I'm trying to. I know I'm having crazy thoughts and thinking that both humans and dinosaurs coexisted.
Yes, you thought the Flintstones.
That's a crazy thought, and I'll be the first to admit it.
At lunchtime, this parrot would scream, and then a human would slide down a dinosaur and head home for a big giant sandwich.
Frantic City. Doctor is a plumber.
So we're going to go over and learn, because I don't know all about it. But you and I are going to learn, Earl. We're going to take notebooks, and you bring your camera. And I'm going to take a picture of you next to a big fucking dinosaur skeleton.
For your pastor.
See, I don't have a problem with Darwinism being taught, but I think it should be taught without trying to disprove it. You know what I mean? I think you should be allowed to make up your own mind.
Well, you make up your own mind about anything you want. You can make up your own mind about the sun. Doesn't fucking matter. There's still scientific facts.
No, I'm just saying, but you can present both present both sides.
What is the other side? There is no other side.
No, I'm saying if you believe in, let's say, God created heaven and earth.
Right.
I have no problem teaching that and Darwinism.
Why not teach what some of the beliefs used to be, that we lived on the back of a big turtle?
I hate that one.
You know what I mean? You're not there to teach faith. You're there to teach science. So you leave the God out of the science, right?
No, and I have no problem with that at all. I'm just saying...
They said the school board didn't even consult with any science teachers whatsoever. This was just put into the classroom.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with the school board, but they're not part of the education. You know what I mean? It's not like, you go from teacher to principal to school board member. School board member are just people from the community that are elected who go, here's how we should spend the money on band. You know what I mean? Like, you're just regular guys from the community. So some of them went, hey, suddenly our preacher tells us that we ought to do something different. So they tried to come up with this gimmick, and they got, their hand caught in a cookie jar and got slapped like a couple of idiots.
And what if the head of the school board is just a total imbecile, which might very well be the case? He could be the head of a group of imbeciles.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of it. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, Earl doesn't believe in dinosaurs, but do you think he would believe in a human skeleton holding a leather whip?
I don't understand what you're saying. What's your joke?
It was like a slavery joke from Crashing Birds. Bye.
Did you think? Yeah, you have big plans for it?
He tapped.
The whip joke just didn't go over like it did in his head.
Who did I see that said they never believed in slavery? Oh, Faison Love was on a show and said he didn't believe in slavery.
I think that
he goes, how could you get all these black people over here in those boats? And then he goes, how come you never see any slave boats around?
Well, actually, there are. They had exhibits what was left of slave ships.
Yeah, obviously there were slave ships.
But
I'm trying
people
to say,
didn't swim here.
They've got fucking dinosaur bones, and you still won't believe it, Earl. I'm going to ask if you can put your head inside the big dinosaur mouth over there.
One more time. I'm 99.9% sure we had a big brontosaurus and several brontosauruses roaming the earth. What I couldn't...
At the time of Jesus.
Not at the time of Jesus. I'm just saying, I just couldn't relate. I was relating to it as humans and dinosaurs coexisting, which is...
Crazy talk.
Crazy talk.
Right.
I'll be the first to admit that. That's why I don't relate, because I'm thinking...
And you believe in the Ark, too, right?
The Ark? Yes, I believe in the Ark.
But you had a tough time believing in a dinosaur.
No room for dinosaurs on that Ark.
There's no room.
That thing would be crazy big.
So I do think of those little facts about the Ark, where, like, where did the animals go in and do their thing? Like, where did they have to go to the bathroom? Or did they go to the bathroom?
Why wouldn't they? No, they didn't. You know why? They weren't on an Ark. Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Texas wins this game tonight. I'll tell you why. Because I don't think USC has seen a team with this kind of speed all season. Now, if you look at that Texas-Ohio State game, second game of the season, Texas earned that win in the horseshoe in the last 2 minutes. Now, USC took Notre Dame physically out behind the woodshed in the Fiesta Bowl. So I think tonight it's Stetsons all around in Pasadena.
Here's what I don't like. I saw that their picture, they went over and walked through the Rose Bowl and had their team picture done. In the middle of everything, wearing a giant orange shirt, Matthew McConaughey. As if he is part of the team.
Put McConaughey in. We need him.
A problem. I know he's smoking pot with those guys. And I guarantee you, hours before the game.
So tonight, the final matchup, McConaughey versus Nick Lachey.
Yeah.
Hey, the other thing is isn't it a little annoying when we have to watch all these? We got some good bowl games that have been played. They've been very entertaining. But why is it that we have to listen at halftime to at least half of the halftime show is about Texas and USC? Is there some feel-good story about something that involves, like, Penn State and Florida State last night?
Yeah, it was all last night about Texas and USC. Because really, there's only one game. It doesn't really matter who wins and loses these bowl games. Some of these teams aren't going to get up for it, and you wouldn't care. It'd be like suddenly now going, oh, did you hear the Raiders are going to be playing the Texans to see who finishes next to last? Who gives a shit? It just doesn't matter. All right.
Oh, you guys are too good.
All right, see you later. It just doesn't even slightly matter. Hey, Joe. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hello?
Joe, yeah.
Hey, Ron, Fezzy, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
Hey, Earl, I got to kind of agree with you on the dinosaur thing, and my question is this. The scientists say that the dinosaur was millions of years ago, and then the time of Jesus was, 2,000 years ago, and before that was when, a couple thousand years before that was when creation was supposedly started. So how do you think they match all of those time frames up? I think there were dinosaurs at one time, but I just can't go along with the million year ago type thing.
All right, and why not, Joe?
Well, it doesn't make sense. I mean, to say a dinosaur is going to be from a million years ago and that, it's evolved over these times, but yet, religious groups try to say that, we're, intelligent design or created or from, I guess around 4,000 years ago. So if we were created at 4,000 years ago, who created the dinosaurs or where did they come from if they were from a million years ago?
So what part does it make sense to you, the science or the Bible?
The science part of it doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not no religious conservative type.
Right.
The science part of it, saying it's a million years ago, just does not.
Here's what you don't understand,
right.
Joe.
It doesn't, neither one kind of mesh with the other, and they both want to say that they were the beginning. That evolution was. We evolved from the Neanderthal.
Well, first of all, I mean, there was a lot of evolution that took place before dinosaurs.
Uh-huh.
They're fairly new to this whole scheme as we are. But you only think things don't make sense because you think that the only thing that's important to the universe is humans.
It's me.
Right. So it's about you. So you're like, wait a minute, how could it be all this time has gone by and this big, giant universe that has nothing to do with me?
Well, no, I can't agree with that. I mean, I'm saying that when you stop and scientists say that, from even thousands of years ago, you see some of these dinosaurs that they found, and they say, well, died 20,000 years ago, whenever.
Well, not 20,000 years ago. It would be like a million years ago.
Oh, a million years ago. Okay. So, and then I guess the generally accepted rule of creation is around 4,000 years ago. Is that right?
No. I mean, for creation, you mean the religious right?
Right. Yeah,
they have some 6,000-year thing that, obviously doesn't make sense, but that's what they believe.
I think they go, by all the begatting in the Bible and try to add up the generations.
Yeah.
And it takes you to, 4,000, 6,000 years.
Okay. So that's that was my question. Was it just didn't add up? And
it doesn't add up. How though?
Well, I mean, who's the religious right saying or
right? But scientists are not trying to prove a point. They're trying to bring in information. So they're using carbon dating. They're not using their belief system and then trying to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually using scientific data to say this is how old something is.
Right.
If their tests said the dinosaurs were only 20,000 years old, that's what they would say.
Right. Well, I mean, that's true, too. I mean, it's just hard to believe that they can sit there and say, well, this came from, I mean, what do they use as a reference point to say this was 2 million years ago or a million years ago?
They actually use, I'll grab Mike the teacher for this, okay? Because it is a test to show. Now, remember this. The scientists are not doing, hey, I'm trying to find out this information so I can disprove the Bible. That's not the point of science.
That's not my point either.
What you're trying to do is figure out how long we've been here, how we got here, and where we're going.
Right.
Not as a way of going, this proves my side of it.
Right.
Okay? Hold on. Here's Mike the teacher. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What is the dating that we use to figure out how old the Earth is and when dinosaurs were here and when the first plants and stuff like that?
Okay, carbon dating is not used. Carbon dating is only used on things that were once alive because you use the carbon. But there's other methods. Uranium, lead dating are two elements that decay from one to another, and that takes millions of years. Carbon dating only goes to about 50,000 years. There's another method called potassium argon, and then there's another method called fission track. Those are just the boring names. The important thing is over 100,000 independent scientific measurements done in over 100 countries worldwide over decades points to this. A 4.6 billion-year-old Earth. Life arose pretty much soon afterwards, but was nothing more than even algae for the vast 99% of life on Earth. And that's tough for people to deal with. It's like the things with dinosaurs and humans. About 60 million years separates us and the dinosaurs. That's a long period of time.
Right.
And I also want to say thanks to Fez for bringing this up. The judge dealt a crushing blow to the Dover, Pennsylvania school board, saying creationism is bullshit. It's just religion in sheep's clothing. And I wanted to say this. Not only do we have evolution denial, not only do we have people that can't deal with dinos living with people, we have the fucking president of Iran is denying that the fucking Holocaust even existed. Have you read about this?
No, what exactly did he say?
It's just another.
I hear a lot of people who act like the Holocaust didn't exist.
It's almost an industry.
Right.
Mike Shermer, there's a book out there called Why People Believe in Weird Things. And it's just that some people, they say the numbers are very exaggerated or nowhere close to 6 million people, that the crematoriums were used for other purposes, that there are no really good films or photos that are out there, all of which are complete and utter bullshit. Dwight Eisenhower marched troops and even people of the cities into these things exactly for this reason. He said, I want people to see that this happened because some assholes in the future are going to say or try and twist the truth. The president of Iran is sort of backing off, but it just shows that people's mindsets of what, put it this way, the way I see the world is in no way, Ron, I have no idea what the world is to you or what the world is to Fez. So we all have our sort of little different universes, and in some of our universes, we believe what we believe, and things are what they are. It's a tough call on things like this.
But we do need to come together for science. We have to say, here are the facts. No matter what makes me sleep better at night, here are the actual facts.
That's exactly right. Like this guy just got nailed, the cloning guy in Korea. Just completely bad science. But that's great because science is self-correcting. It admits its mistakes and it goes on. And it has to, like you said, Ron, it has to. And bias is so tough to get rid of, but pure science goes wherever the evidence leads, no matter how uncomforting or how bad it makes us seem, because a lot of the history of science is what Carl Sagan called the great demotions. No, we're not the center of the universe. No, we're not even the center of our solar system. We're the third rock from the sun, and this tiny speck on this humdrum sun that is in one galaxy, one of billions of galaxies, and me even saying that, it's tough for even me to fathom that kind of stuff, and I've been studying this stuff for years. We're just one speck. Some people say there's all sorts of life. And that's why I have a little problem with Earl saying both sides, even though it does beg the thing, both sides. What I say is, what is the other side? You want to teach God? I ask, which God? I teach students that are Asians, that are Muslims, that are of Oriental descent. There are dozens, hundreds of religions around the world, and in America, dozens of popular ones.
Yeah.
Which God?
Not to mention that the religious mythology, even Christianity, changes all the time. Like the whole kind of personal Jesus thing is fairly new. You know what I mean? Like in the Middle Ages, you would not act like, well, I've asked Jesus for, this or that, you know what I mean? Or I talked to Jesus and he'd feel. You would be like falling on your knees because he would be like a king then. So everything changes as it moves along.
Yeah, Vatican II voted on the fallibility of the Pope. I mean, humans decided that the Pope was infallible. How can fucking humans decide that, stuff like that?
That's a mistake.
He was once God on earth.
Yeah,
so what he said
exactly.
was fact.
And also, at least John Paul II, he was cool with evolution. Again, let me say, evolution in no way denies the possibility of God. It's just the evidence that, like Ron said, we didn't want dinosaurs, those things, but those bones are there. And when you go to see that Darwin exhibit, those are real fossilized bones that once were bones that turned to rock in a process that is amazing that we have the fossils that we have.
They're hard to ignore.
Hold on. Here we got John. He wants to straighten you out on you and Fez on the intelligent design and creationism. John, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. What can we do for you?
Yeah, I just wanted to explain how intelligent design isn't really the same as creationism.
Good.
Well, I mean, the whole idea of the whole Dover School District thing was that, the intelligent design points or picks out holes in evolution. It's not really saying that, God did this and God did that. It just sort of takes one point in evolution and shows another and say, how could it possibly have gotten from here to there? The whole idea of...
Well, with intelligent design, they say that there's some life forms, some organisms on Earth that are so complex, the only way they could have come into existence is from a higher power having that as part of his plan. They could only be designed by an intelligent being.
Well, and so, I mean, just the idea of something happening other than evolution. I mean, there are lots of points in evolution where there's such a major skew that it doesn't make sense.
So you're saying some things evolved and some things didn't?
No, I mean, the whole idea of intelligent design is that there's people out there looking for holes to pick through it. I mean, people like Michael Behe go around and look at things like a thing called just different parts of the bacteria and saying that there's 40 amino acids in this, and how could it possibly have been that 40 different amino acids, which have no other smaller uses, come together at the same time and make this thing that's massively complex?
All right, throw this back to you, Mike.
Well, it seemed like he was arguing for me. Again, what the Dover, Pennsylvania, what the federal judge said in respect to that case is that intelligent design presents no evidence of its own. Again, it's just looking at the record of evolution, the evidence of evolution, and picking it apart, saying, what good is half an eye? Well, we're finding out that half an eye is probably a lot better than no eye whatsoever. Also, again, if there's intelligent design, what type of intelligence? Where did that intelligence come from? The judge said, you guys aren't putting it by us. This intelligence that you guys are trying to tell us is the God, and specifically probably the Christian God of...
We know you're talking about God.
Well, I'm not talking about anything, but, I mean, intelligent design is sort of just saying that evolution hasn't got it all figured out. And I understand that, it just takes a lot of time to figure these things out. You can't.
It doesn't. We don't have the self figured out. We can't cure cancer. We can't cure AIDS. We can't cure a whole host of diseases.
We
That
stink.
does not mean that cell does not exist. It just
Well, we've come pretty far, pretty fast, Fez. He gave us the last couple 100 years. I think we've really been picking up.
Oh, it's amazing how much we've improved. But we're still, I'd say, ankle knee deep in the ocean of knowledge. There's so much more to be learned about the brain and how things work like that. We're still in the dark ages with a lot of the pharmacology. Fez will tell you these pills do to you. They're supposed to make you feel better. not the press.
We're watching him. We're watching him involve in front of us. All right, here is Bustin. Bustin, you're on.
Yeah, I was just going to mention there's a book out. It's called Men Not the Devil, and it really ties in evolution with creation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like God pretty much just kind of kicks back, creates an atom, and watches it go. And it's a really cool concept. It's a fictional novel, but people that really have a problem with trying to figure things out, they should definitely check it out.
All right, thank you very much.
All I'd like to say is it's tough for me. I get my spiritualism elsewhere. I go out and I look at the stars at night, and I read these things, and I see these documentaries on astronomy and stuff like that, and I get filled with this spiritual feeling and this cosmic feeling, and the fact that it diverges with the Bible. I don't know what to do with it. Sorry for me that I don't believe in the Bible events and things like that. I have to go where the evidence goes, and for me, it's the price I paid to live in a really real world. Maybe it is just the cold vacuum of space. Maybe after death, it's just nothingness, like it was before we were all born. These are tough things to deal with, and some people, I like the confusion. I like the not knowing. I like the sort of just let me just see what's going on in this universe. Ron, you went off the other day about just all the other possibilities and about just these waves of goodness and badness, and we call it karma, but just that there's so much else going on. There's so much more than this, and to nail it down to just this one God of the Bible, I think just denies us a lot of real cool exploration we could do with our brains.
All right, hold on. Here is Skank Banger. He wants to talk to you. How you doing, Skank?
Yeah, hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
Listen, this is the situation out here with this guy. He's obviously a lot more intelligent than my scummy ass. But I'll tell you this. In my opinion, I hate religion in an organized form. I can't stand it. It makes me want to vomit into a bag and freeze it and make a popsicle. But I believe that there ought to be there's not both sides. There's multiple sides, and the school systems ought to go off and show every
Well,
side.
first of all, if you go back and remember what you were like, you could give two fucks when you're in 8th grade. I could care what they told me. And I've had religious classes, I had science classes, and I just wanted to get out. So don't act like these kids are, like, first of all, they're acting like if a kid hears it in school, that's what he's going to believe. They don't even fucking believe math when they hear it in school. Anything that comes out of that teacher's mouth is bullshit to 98% of them. And the ones who do the work are just going through it robotically, being good students and spitting back out what they were told, but they're not really thinking about it.
Ron, you sound like you're taught, because that's exactly the way it is. That's exactly, and I was that way too. When I took high school chemistry, I didn't understand it at all, and that's when I was in class, and that was maybe 3 or 4 days out of 5, if I was one of those guys. And the point that the caller was making, it can be taught. People say they took the Bible out of school, but religion is taught about in history classes, in social science classes, and philosophy classes. They teach about the religion. They're not trying to espouse it at all. So religions are being taught. And like the guy said, there are many, many different views, many, many different gods, many, many different beliefs.
Yeah, we went to, Ronnie and I, when we went to the museum, it was much more interesting to me now as an adult than I was. And we used to go to the Museum of Natural History twice a year for 5 years.
And
I couldn't remember any of the highlights of that trip, any of those trips.
Yep, when our parents took us to it, I hated it. I remember going down to D.C. and the giant elephant in the lobby of the Museum of Natural History, and yeah, that's the Hope Diamond and stuff like that. Now I sit there and I stare for one rock for hours that says it's 600 million years old because there's little trilobites in that, and I'm just looking at those trilobites for an hour. This stuff blows me away. It's like you said, Ronnie, these documentaries at night, whether it's History Channel, Science Channel, I hated this stuff when I was sitting in class.
I would fall asleep. I'd get the big red mark on my forehead and just fucking think of it as a nap time.
I filled my history books. I made every guy a different member of KISS, every different picture like that. And now I just watch all. Yeah, that's actually what I did.
The Founding Fathers.
Yeah, and now Discovery Channel will have on the most obscure thing and stuff, and I'm half an hour into it, and I'm like, this is the coolest fucking thing that happened, and it really happened in the past, and it just shows we really don't know much about ourselves at all.
No, it's really, really difficult to
There's so much
get a grasp on.
People go explore it. The Bible's one thing, but explore some of this other stuff. I know it sounds boring. I know there's other callers that want the tits in the ass, but there's some cool stuff out there for astronomy and just science in general, and that's all I'm going to say.
All right, hold on. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
I think it's amazing that people
don't have the critical thinking that's necessary to just realize that the inability for us to know where we came from or where we're going is built into us through intelligent design. Much like a cow doesn't know that it's going to the slaughterhouse, or a fish realizes that there's something on the other side of the surface of the water. We don't understand what's coming after this life. I grew up.
But you say you get your spirituality for the fact that we have any curiosity at all.
Right.
That the stuff that Mike is talking about, Mike the teacher, shows that there's some kind of a spiritual thing to humans because we care about all these stuff.
Right. And what I teach my son is there's only 3 basic tenets in life.
Yeah.
There's a God. God gave us the earth. He gave us our lives, and he gave us free will. And whatever we do with it is up to us. That way there, he takes responsibility for everything that happens to him instead of being a victim in some situations.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, there is, it's hard for us to be able to see outside the human experience, where we only feel like, what happens to humans is important to us. But, the fact that there's some planet where we can't see life, we don't see that as, we see that as missing something,
And any time, like in a movie, they talk about the end of the world, it's just the end of the human race on this world.
Right,
Not like it wouldn't keep spinning around the sun for another 6 billion years.
But at the same time, it is built in to us to, we want human life to go on. Even if you don't have children yourself, you'd fucking sacrifice yourself to keep the race going on. In the same way, mice have the same thing, where they want mice to go on. Everything alive wants that strain to go on, knows that they're part of that thing. Why, we don't even know.
And Ron, let me rant one more time. That's why I think it's just so important that people do a little more to understand science, because there's such cool stuff that's going to happen and that we're planning for. There's some guy right now, I guarantee you, with blueprints in some company. They might not take him serious, but he's planning something for the year 2060, and he's really planning it. And I think the more that we plan for the future, it's like sort of a bet. It's sort of more of our hope for being in the future. And I just think there's so much cool stuff out there for us to explore and look around, and there you go.
But see, here's the other thing about science, though, and scientists, the fucking dark side of it up. These fuckers
there's a lot of dark side.
They will split atoms. They'll fucking jump into the genetic stuff without really going, hey, do we have a moral thing here? Only because to make it happen. And I'm telling you now, the robots shit scares the shit out of me. Yeah. Everything in our mythology tells us to be worried about robots. And I just watched a Beck video the other day where fucking 5 robots were dancing like the Temptations, and it scared the shit out of me.
One of the robot goals, too, seems to be make the robot as human as possible.
Right.
Not like some just giant box that helps us do things.
Right, better humans.
It has to be human. That is a goal with robotics.
So stop the robot shit, Mike. You're playing with fire there.
What if I made you one that looked like Daryl Hannah in Blade Runner?
I'd fuck the hell out of it. I'm going to tell you the truth.
There you go, buddy.
I'd never stop fucking that robot.
See ya!
All right, see you later.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Mike the teacher.
And that's the first thing that we're going to come up with. How do we fuck these robots? This is how disgusting humans are.
The pleasure bots.
And I don't see it as cheating. I don't give a shit what the women say. That is not cheating.
No, would it be cheating if you stuck it in a toaster? Be the same thing.
I don't know too many women that would be happy to come home and see you with your dick in your toaster, Fez.
Wouldn't be happy, but I don't think the word cheating would ever come up.
Rusty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, like you guys are saying, where scientists said stuff's come from a higher power. Science has actually tried recreating like a human egg and putting all the stuff for the sperm and everything together, and has never been able to recreate life.
What?
They have to pull DNA from another person into an actual human egg or animal's egg to clone. They cannot just create it by throwing all the chemicals together.
Right.
And, I mean, that's one thing where these guys are calling out to see, evolution and everything. Yeah, science has already came out and said there is stuff that's come from a higher power.
No, they've never said it comes from a higher power. But you have to remember this, too. And, again, do I believe in a higher power? I absolutely do. At the same time, I don't like the fact that you don't explore things because it fucks with your belief. Like, we chuck Galileo into jail because he went, hey, the Earth isn't the center of the universe. And you know how it would have been the obvious choice to go, we are the center, when you were back then. There would have been no way for you to come up with anything else. But when things happen, your spirituality has to adapt to facts. The facts should not adapt to spirituality. That's the thing that scares me.
Yeah, it shouldn't make it any less of a belief, because if you...
Depending on your belief, yeah.
Right.
If you have concrete beliefs, no, those are going to have to change. When you go, the earth was created in 7 days, there was a time to think that. Now you do have to take the leap, well, if I'm going to believe that, I don't have to believe that a day is a day.
It's like, that people will believe in an all-powerful God where nothing's impossible, but yet then give him very limited options on how he operated.
Right, like you could ever jump into the brain of this intelligent designer. I mean, at the very most, there's no way you could hold a fucking conversation with him. Or there's no reason why he would give a shit. It'd be like fleas worshiping you, Fez. You really couldn't. It would not adapt into your ego. You know what I mean? Where you're going, if you called me up and you're like, hey, Ronnie, I have these fleas over here, and they're fucking crazy about me. I'd be like, who gives a shit? Let's go to a movie.
Spray them.
Yeah. Spray them is the only thing I could tell you to do.
We just have to hope that one day God doesn't get the idea to spray them.
Oh.
That's all we can hope for in this world.
Hey, Jarrett, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I call him to say, two, side point, Copernicus was the one with the heliocentric solar system. Other point was being that a lot of it's based on fear, missing link analysis, all that stuff where we can't yet explain where the missing link is from all of the other subspecies of humans that didn't quite make it.
Well, does there have to be a link?
Well, that's what usually people are going with, because there's, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, all those species that didn't make it, that the sapiens, Homo sapiens, came out on top and won.
See, that's the weird thing, and that's hard for us to understand, is that there were, just like with dogs now, there were more species of humans at one time on the planet at the same time.
Yeah, 30 deep is generations of just species that didn't quite human-like, but not Homo sapiens, and we're the ones that made it. So maybe it's just that fear out there that, you know what, if it's not God that did it, then, if we don't know the answer, then we have to find something else. What was intelligent about our design that made Homo sapiens the ones on top? And that, to me, that's where they strive from, because it's explaining the unknown and trying to give people a reason to believe there is a tomorrow, because who's going to beat out the Homo sapiens? I mean, shit, there's an orangutan somewhere knowing 20 million years from now, he might be the one on the fucking computer, so.
That's what we got to watch out for. We got to keep an eye, even though we're top dog, we got to keep an eye on every other fucking species. And I'll tell you something that gets to me right now is roosters. I do not want to see a rooster with the right to vote, because those fuckers are ruined. They got chicks. They're making things happen.
They literally think they're the cock of the walk.
They're up earlier than us. Believe me when I tell you, kids, beware the rooster. Beware the rooster. That's all I'm saying from there. Here's Skunk Butt, Fezzy. The names just get better all day.
Maha Bone, buddy.
Maha Bone to you and all of the Shriner friends, including Earl's dad, Big Earl.
Support your cocks right to vote. No, I was going to say the intelligent design thing is trumpeted more by the UFO community than the religious community, because they believe we were aliens dicked around with us in the past. So, take
seeds from Mars.
What it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you listen to them, that genetic link that's missing there, they're saying that we've been manipulated by an alien species, and if you read the Bible, it's pretty much a story saying just that.
What part of it is the alien species in the Bible? The angels?
Of the angels, the Ezekiel, the wheel spinning within the wheel, the whole story that God was not from here, he created here, I mean, sure, the dinosaurs could have been around for millions of years, but who came down and played around with us and created us?
All right, my friend. Peace out. There it is, Earl.
From a man named Skunk Butt.
God's an alien. We're loving the aliens.
Well, he clearly is a superior human being, or superior being.
Well, let's do rock and roll trivia first before we give him that. He'd just be on it fucking constantly. Summertime Blues. Hey, wait, I didn't even get a chance.
He would just mock all of us. He was just like, why? I already know the answers. Why are you asking the question?
Why mock? Why not sit down?
You're right, you wouldn't get a question out.
You don't know. Could be like John Henry and the Machine, Earl. Maybe it was your day.
But he died.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for you. All right, folks, that's it for the Ron and Fez show today. Tomorrow, O&A will be in Vegas, so we're coming on an hour earlier.
We are going to start an hour earlier, 10 a.m. in the east, 7 a.m. in the west, and then right after our show will be the special O&A live from Las Vegas.
If I'm not here at 10 tomorrow, Fez.
Yeah.
Kick ass.
You have to be here at 10.
I'll be here 11 at the latest. I'm going to try to be here at 10. That's very early for me.
Earl, we may need reminders.
Okay.
No amount of reminders is going to wake me up. I got to be honest with you. Okay, folks, see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.